Hey guys, we had a little problem. Thank you, Skillablanca, for following. Yeah, we had a little bit of an issue, trying to get in. I had a little bit of a crash. Also, why are you on red? You're not Dude Disturber, you son of a— Oh, I remember. I know why. Okay. Lulu. Actually, I'm curious. I know Lulu's there, but I wonder if Sachi will do it first, just because he's fast on the trigger. Wait, never mind. He's used to this kind of shit. Oh, wait, Lulu got me first. Ha! Sorry, guys, we had a little bit of a crash. It's all Kaz's fault. I blame him. Bop. 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 Hello. There we go.
Up to the top.
Leggies, you know.
I tried to say hi to you when you came by earlier, but I realized my mic wasn't even on. It was on the other side of the
Hey,
room.
sweetie. I know Hal's doing his. Oh, go ahead.
Ariana wanted me to let you know that she's had to peace out because there's tornado sirens.
Oh God, yeah, no, that's a good reason. Yeah.
That is a very good reason.
Mm-hmm.
If I disappear, same thing.
Okay.
I have a tornado warning in my area. I probably won't hear it, so if I just fly off, then
I just see the fucking and then it goes offline, and this time we just— oh boy.
Well, and
Okay.
you got taken into the clouds.
It'd be like that. Look.
Surrounded by the Temple of Flux.
Blame me. Sorry. Didn't mean to.
as I said, yeah, blame Zephyrus.
Dead.
Stark Zephyr.
No,
Stark
not again.
What's your name to the Goblet of Water?
God damn it. Alright, let me check where everyone is at, because I know I crashed, so I hope that isn't a fucking that's not a pattern today.
I like her. She's mysterious.
Oh,
This does also remind me the thing that you told the other AD about to do.
I told the what?
We could only spawn.
Oh, you can only spawn one? Damn it. Well, you know, if
What?
someone wants to do it, they're more than welcome to. Do you have a
I
model?
I quickly found a model online.
Oh my
You can put it
fucking
in a
God.
puppet with some jiggle bones, so it's really stupid looking, but it'll work.
Hand it out.
Do it
Yes.
together in like.
For the love of God, hand it out if you have it.
I did.
Excellent.
I quickly threw it together in like 10 minutes.
Still do it. Good.
It's really stupid looking. Because it's just gonna be chasing her, and its like neck is gonna be flopping like it's got a broken neck.
Good, good.
It's so dumb.
Having a good time. Having a good time. No, 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 no.
You can surprisingly do a lot of basic animal stuff by just slapping some jiggle bone on it and hoping. And it just kind of works.
Okay, I'm gonna.
I guess they still have that
Yeah,
effect.
usually.
Alright, I'm gonna check this. Where is this?
I have a record of sneaking up into people without.
Okay. Hello, darling. Just a heads up. Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, she told me. Thank you so much, Skulla. I appreciate Skull. Thank you, darling. And hello, Starbucks.
What is it?
I can hear it from here.
Oh, wait, I should get speed. Speed.
No.
What? Who are we making cry?
No.
Are we making him cry? Cry the deep manly tears?
Oh no, I understand the feeling, Emo.
I don't know what's the talking about, but it's fine.
Makes such a cute song, so painful to hear.
Oh no. I just posted saying the sirens are going off because high winds are not confirmed tornado. We're gonna monitor for a bit and then come back. Okay, yeah, no worries. Definitely, darlings. Thank you for keeping posted. Hey, how you doing?
How was I supposed to know that? I don't. Is it listed above?
Hey, Foot. Or yes, have you guys heard anything about Rock? Because I haven't heard anything from them.
He I can
always
literally
arrives
just go to my
late.
Discord really quick. Give me a second, I'll just go to my Discord.
Okay, I just want to make sure he's okay. Oh wait, never mind. He just got in the Discord. He just popped in the chat. Okay, never mind. He's just late, that fucker. Okay, I was actually worried, that bitch. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna be starting here in a minute. I just need to. Yeah. I'm gonna go steal some people. All right. Okay, let's go. Bruh. Sup? Bruh. Oh god, why am I standing at, like, with my knees not, like... God, I was standing with my knees locked. That's a bad idea. Ugh. About to crash. I'm about to just... Thunk. I'll just pass out. Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, Ari's having siren, like, tornado siren. She should be back here soon, but she's monitoring the situation, so, and Hal should get here once he's done with his little thing. So I'm gonna ring the bell. Me ring bell. Bum, bum, bum. Let's go.
Tie one tie and never untied it, so I didn't have to worry about it.
Bum, 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 bum. I don't think we have many announcements, right? Just the announcement to have during the thing, and then just tell them to get the fuck out. Okay.
That is true.
Today is a day. Yes. Well. Yes, the bell did in fact ring. It ring, ring, rang, wrong, wrong, wrong.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no! Anyway. I think you can just go ahead. I think we're just gonna dismiss him, right? No announcements?
I love all of you guys. We don't really have anything to announce. So, we are getting into more duels today. I guess, heads up, we might do some, shimmying, to allow for a break coming up. Not a break from RP, but just a dual break, if that makes any sense. We've been running these events every day for a while, so it might make sense for a what's the word? Chill day. So, but try not to kill each other on those days when we do decide what days they are, okay?
Intermission. Thank you, I like that better.
Announce that when it's time. But that's all we got. Love you guys. Get in there, we'll ring the bell.
Yeah! Have fun! Easy, simple. Boys, you know, gentlemen, you know your mission. Have you made him aware of your mission?
The mission. Not yet. No, not yet.
Okay, you'll find out. Also, I don't know where she is, but Ari wants to fight your character at some point again, so enjoy with that.
I know.
Did you? Unfortunately, yeah, turning out of stuff, so it's unfortunate.
They said that they're gonna try their damnedest to get in.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna start ringing the bell. Stop it, Merlin! I'm gonna beat you.
We can take you to the forbidden
Pleasure
ship.
I have in life. Don't take
Oh.
it away from me.
Okay, well, if you like it, okay, honey. You're spared this time, Merlin man. They're fast. Oh no. Am I gonna have to, are you gonna make it to your desk in time, old man? Okay. Okay.
I'm just gonna teleport straight to the cafe.
You know what? Fair. Fair. Just, poof. Okay. Haha! Ring bell. You're late, Merlin! Get!
Professor, I can start wherever the fuck I want.
Oh my god.
Staff perks.
You're right. You fucking right.
Super quick question. Was there any announcement that we should know before?
No, you're good. We are gonna be taking. Oh no, we are gonna be taking like a little bit of a break here soon from duels, not from roleplay. But that should be about it, and that'll be announcing characters, so no worries about it, okay? But yeah, go ahead and go play.
Got it.
Have fun. Do crime. Have fun, do crime. Once. Once. Hey, hey. About to crash and die? No! Oh, you. Yeah, I'm hope tie again, and you get the noose. The mission. I was gonna be time 15 minutes watching radio before making the call. Okay, yeah. Do all the crime. Yes! Crime. Hopefully I don't crash again. Knock on wood. Here. Don't. Alright. We're gonna be Hannah for a little bit. We're starting then, so we should be good. Let me get some water. As we should. Please, everyone, hydrate or dehydrate. I really need to make a redeem for hydrate. Because that's actually really smart. It helps me keep hydrated. Whee! Okay, let's do this. I really need to optimize my avatar, so I might be doing that here in a bit. I might be doing it on a stream at some point. I'm not going to be here this weekend, but I might be doing some more streams this afternoon. Not this afternoon, God, in the afternoons these next few days, but we'll see what happens. I don't know, I've been kind of in a mood, so who knows, really. Morning, Bernie. I'll get you some to eat. No mistress just yet. Wait, no headmistress. Stop it, crazy. Bad crazy. Would you kindly fuck off?
Oh, hello, Leo. Your voice is
Good morning.
bassy in my ear, and I didn't realize you were behind me.
Is it really bassy or is it just the same voice?
No, you're just as bassy as
It's,
normal.
it's the same voice. It
Thank
just,
you.
I didn't recognize it tingling in my ear until it was too late.
Oh.
I'm
Is
sorry.
that your start tingle?
Yes.
Your start
better
tingle.
than
I have a
anything
sense for
else.
attractive men, apparently.
I knew a guy named Peter with a tingle, never a guy named Stark though.
Yeah, well, taught him everything he knows.
I'm sure you did.
There you go. Jump. Morning, Levi.
Hey there.
Morning, Professor. Score's close.
Morning, Professor. Yeah, we are. We have been like neck and neck throughout this whole thing.
Who's fighting today? It's,
Mason and Yuri, then Leanda and Cortez.
Oh.
And Gabriel.
Right. Honestly, I'm more worried about Ellie and Davril's fight. And I'm wondering what will come of the Yuri and Mason fight. Let's find out.
Don't think the court's ever actually bothered Ellie, has it?
Sorry?
Close the eyes. I don't think the cold's ever bothered Ellie, has it?
Actually, no, she's used to it. She lives there. Or she's from the north. So I think she'll be fine in that respect.
Things might get tricky, but let's continue to root her on regardless.
Of course, sir. Right, I guess Maggie isn't here. Did you see her wake up?
Cups are so tiny. I'm going to have to start getting 2 separate cups of tea because I'm just not nearly enough for me to wake up.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Good morning, Cadet.
Morning.
Professors.
Morning. Morning, Lux. I am going to work out some early stress before I start yelling.
Oh.
I was supposed to report to him.
It's alright, we both
wait
around
for
a
it.
bit.
I could
Yeah.
wait for him, but like I kind of want to get some kind of warm up in, so I'm just.
They go catch up. Move it.
We can chat while they run.
If you can catch him, sir.
You're right, cadet. Good.
Oh, I don't have to be so secretive now that my fight's over.
Morning, Professor.
Running. Okay. Oh, sorry. Oh, everyone. Okay. Well, glad it wasn't in the way. Good morning. Uh-huh.
This doesn't last like it used to. It's gonna disappear. I knew it.
Oops. And up. Oh, you're fucking kidding me. Oh, something's gotta fix. Oh, there we go. Zachary. Zachary?
Sorry,
Oh, you need a minute? It's fine. Oh, okay. Silver told me you needed to check up. Do you want to do this now or after the fights?
Oh my god, is it? No, I don't need. This was a joke. Is this about the examination thing?
Yes, and she didn't tell me it was a joke, so yes.
Yeah, I don't need that. I'm good, please. Hey, have you seen my squad?
Ardent and Vanguard. No, wait. They're in the. I'm gonna have to chase a dog, werewolf around, aren't I? Great. Oh, right. Yellow goes here, sir.
I don't know why I chose this one.
Sorry, I couldn't fucking hear anything. There's a lot going on in my ear holes.
You're fine.
Sensitive ears, you know how it is.
I mean, I can ask her if it was a joke tomorrow, but I mean, if not,
It was. No, I don't need. I was saying I had rabies because I'm sick. No, I'm not sick. Wolves don't get sick. If I was sick, I'd probably be dying. It's just.
I mean, we did see the other wolf, so. Okay.
True. Oh God, you think I'm diseased?
I hope not, but I wouldn't know unless I checked you.
Me too. Yeah, I don't. No, it's good. I don't need to do that. Last time you fucking did anything to me, there was a needle that went in my arm. I remember that.
That's true. Actually, the last time someone checked you, huh? No, I've used it for.
Secretly.
No, I took it. I mean, it wasn't very secretive if I took your blood. It was clearly, needle, arm, blood bag.
I've made a point to never give my blood at this school, and I'm still going 4 years in a row. So.
Very well. I'll let Captain Silver you refused. Let the consequences of that be on you.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm. Should I have first it? I mean, he could have just been joking and lying. She could have been really wanting something checked. Or you could be thinking too much about someone you said you didn't care about anymore. I care about all of them. Equally, just they're cadets, they're my responsibility. Clearly they don't want you to be their responsibility. So why should you care? Because I care too much, I guess. Hey. I lost my fight. But you know. It's just how it be sometimes. I mean, you guys lost plenty of fights. But you know. It wasn't a total loss. It's kind of pushed me to think some stuff. I'm tired. I'll come and visit you later tonight if I don't feel too tired. See you, Kari. Rook. Beardus. Of all the money that e'er I have, I've spent it in good company, and all the sweet comrades that e'er I've had would wish me one more day to stay. Oh, Dog Whistle. Hi, Navarre Skella, thank you for the update. Oh, it's part 2 because, part 1 was, it crashed me. And so now it's just part 2. I'm just doing it for the sake of knowing which part is what. Kerbeskaver is nothing but a giant teddy bear. But since it falls into my lot that I should rise and you should not, I'll gently rise and I'll softly call good night and joy be to you all. Give to me the parting glass and drink of health whate'er befalls.
Well, I'm glad. Not sure if jogging would help or any, morning stretches.
I've been trying to practice see if I can
Sorry.
get an actual barrier, but so far it's just a lightning field of a sort.
I almost ate chocolate just to feel something.
I know. That's why it's just like to try to give me a spark for the morning.
I'm thinking about it.
Who else?
What the?
Where are you?
Whoa!
Why weren't you in the game this morning? What's wrong with you?
I woke up and I was like, oh my god, there's not a single Vanguard member awake right now. I thought I was the only
I
one.
stood there for
Where
like
were you?
10 minutes and nobody showed
It's
up.
10 minutes?
You okay? I mean, I'm pretty sure you're okay. But
I'm good.
sorry about that. He's rambunctious.
That's a word that is maybe an understatement, yes.
I mean, if you want to bother, if you want to tell him otherwise, go for it. He'll listen to you.
No, he does not. But thank you for
Stop it. There you go. In a mood today.
Exactly.
I believe.
Exactly. Sir, I only have one slight problem with it. One. If I uppercut and that clothing's too baggy, sir, I don't want to be held accountable for what happens.
I have to go fix my ears.
That's on you, sir. That one's on you.
I taught you to fight like a sailor. I want to see it.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Aye, sir.
Good lad.
Hey.
Morning, Hannah.
Morning, Maggie.
Hey.
Good fight yesterday. That works.
I want to say the same to you. I'm sorry if any of my sour play ended up getting to you, but you did amazing. I was honestly on the edge of my rope.
Thank you. And me as well. Obviously, you forced me to use something I didn't want to, but it works out. You're a strong opponent. Thank you.
Thank you. It was such a joy dancing with you.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna be worried if I see you walk face first into another pole again.
Good night, Avril. Enjoy your fights. Or goodbye, rather.
Every second of it.
How are you feeling, Cortez?
Better.
Good. Had your arm checked out?
Lots more.
This morning, I think.
Yes, multiple times.
Good.
I'm finally able to move it as I want to again.
Oh.
Oh, Jamie.
Well, good luck today. You're gonna need it.
I am prepared.
Hmm.
I hope she is as well.
We'll see. Hey. How you doing?
Morning.
Morning?
I'm alright.
Sorry, excuse me.
Getting tips?
No. That's Leanda's fight.
Have you seen Mason or Gavin yet this morning?
Nope, neither of them.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I would have thought Mason would be up.
Maybe somewhere else, I guess. Maybe he's resting himself for the fight?
Maybe. I'd tell him to take it easy since he's gonna, you know.
Well, he's going first, so, you know.
Fighting someone. Yep. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Excuse me. Maybe at the range? Could be at the range. Once it falls. Since it falls into my lot, that I should rise and you should not. Yes, Hannah has a tattoo. She has a tattoo on her back. She has a tattoo of a heart on her back. It's like little leaves. It's cute. It's really pretty. And delicate. You can see it when she wears her dress. Actually, it's like her, not her back, it's her like shoulder blade. She has a heart tattoo, yeah. Huh? Oh, hi. Thinking aloud. Ready for your fight today?
Yeah, I guess.
You'll do fine, just, you know.
I'm not gonna be using my main weapon.
You're not gonna be using a bow? Huh. Okay. So going more hand-to-hand, close fist? Just be careful.
I missed his fight with Lila, so if I can get him to show as much of his kid as possible, then it'll make it easier for Victor and for me in the future.
He's not.
I think I can go without my time.
I mean, he's not gonna ever try to kill you, I don't think, as long as you're not trying to kill him.
No, of course not. Neither made us. Please. Oh. Came prepared.
Liza made you what? Plates? Oh. I mean, that won't... Right.
Yeah. I mean, if he goes for my neck, however, that's a different story.
He's not gonna try to behead you. He knows better than that.
If he does, can you, like,
Then
hang
I'll...
me up somewhere? Like,
I mean, yeah, if he does after I beat the living snot out of him, I'll put you back together. I'll sew you back together, okay? Give you some of the high premium blood, okay?
I'm more good about what Victor's gonna do. He pretty much threatened him to me, though. But that's
I'll try to keep them off of each other. You know how they are. Boys are boys, though. But, yeah. If you need anything, let me know. I still consider you honorary med squad.
nice singing voice, I guess.
Oh, thanks. Yes, she has a heart tattoo. Give him another few minutes to get ready. I should probably talk to Victor, make sure he doesn't accidentally kill somebody while I'm away. Guess everyone's out to the training yard anyway. Oh. Since it falls into my lot that I should rise and you should not. What the hell? Oh. I'm about to ring the assembly bell. I see the baby. I'm about to ring assembly bell, sweeties. Go.
I'm stuck as this, unfortunately. For
Oh, are
today,
you?
so I'm
What
sorry
happened to
for
your
the
avatar?
problems, Yeah.
Did you fuck up your avatar trying
my
to get the
avatar's fine.
faces?
My
Or?
avatar is fine.
Okay.
Technical difficulties with my headset. I do not
Oh.
want to fuck with it. Not right now. I don't want to miss like the entire episode again. So.
Oh no. Okay. Good luck, sweetie. Little spider baby.
Thank you.
Little
Thank you,
spooter.
thank you.
Little spooter baby. Okay.
Baby, I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna nibble their toes.
Alright, get to class. What the? Damn it, Mimi! I can't spawn where I need to spawn, Mimica. Damn it! I'm gonna kick her butt. No, I tried in the. I spawned in Fairy Mail. She's sitting across in the street, and I'm like, motherfucker! I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna get her. Anyway, bye. Well, that was unfortunate. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh yeah, I should really have the fucking notes out again, motherfucker. Frero Jacques, dormevi, na 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 na. My professor, how are you today?
Livid.
Oh.
If I could, I'd like to use the carpet for a message for one of my students. Addressing down, so to speak. I'm sure you received the report.
I didn't, but I will trust you in this. It is your student after all. You may discipline them how you shall.
Mm-hmm.
Second? Yeah.
Someone in trouble.
That's a real good level of trust you two have got together there as a couple. So do we.
What's up? I mean,
You're hilarious, Morgan.
is that better?
For my tummy, yeah.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, you know, that makes sense. Yeah.
I said if I lost an arm, she could eat it. As long as I kept the bones. Remember that promise?
I thought I could.
If I lose anything! Oh, and I'm saying if I lost something, but if I died, okay.
Oh, I thought you meant just the arm.
Professor, no. I was an
I'm
example.
fine,
It was just
Cadet.
an
Thank
example.
you.
Riveted by this conversation.
So, like, my strength becomes your strength kind of thing?
It's rarely begun.
Well, hopefully it'll have a less eventful evening.
Fingers crossed.
I can't lose my ass.
Yes.
We didn't have the opportunity to speak the other day. I still need to make a report with you.
Of course. Does this have to do with anything the professor might be speaking
Some
on?
mail at your seat.
Mail. Understood. Very well. May be seated. Right, today we will continue our duels. Today's will be Cadet Morris versus Cadet Mergen, Cadet Leanda versus Cadet Cortez, and then Cadet Ellie versus Cadet Davril. Look forward to seeing you all do your best. However, considering this is the mid section between after today will be the midpoint between our duels and the finishing of the preliminaries, we'll be having a small break to give everyone a chance to recoup and heal their wounds, so to speak. And that, I'll be handling the prefix and the medical if you would stay behind afterwards. But first, I believe the professor has something to say for one of his cadets. Please.
Cadet Coretta Desmerad, front and center.
Ooh. I don't know what she did, but damn.
Front and center.
Hello, Collector Raven. What? Hello, I love that name.
At attention. Due to your recent actions, the following is rendered effective immediately. You are hereby stripped of all titles, ranks, privileges, and responsibilities as the class president of Geomagical Arts. Such conduct is reprehensible and will not be tolerated. Once this meeting is adjourned, you will meet with myself and the other professors outside the administration building for further assignment. As a reminder to my students, we are guests here at Ascension Academy. Please continue to be respectful. And to any injured parties here at Ascension, please feel free to reach out to myself or one of the other professors here. Thank you. Cadet, you may be seated.
Something else from my faculty? Very well. Please report to the auditorium. Dismissed. Prefix and Med Squad, stay. Right, let's see, let's gonna count. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Alright, seems enough. Alright. In that case, cadet, or rather we only have 2 prefects. Alright. Oh, rather, no, Ida. Yes. Alright. Who's in charge of Med Squad this time?
Ma'am, I am, sir.
Very well. It's fine. Right. Alright. In that case, Cadet Ida, Cadet Stark, split yourselves among the tents. Cadet Arbor, split your squad amongst the other tents as well. And, well, as well as yourselves. GMA Med Squad. You know your business, you know how to handle it, I'll be around. Go ahead, dismissed.
Very good.
Yes, ma'am.
We've been through this a few times now. I think it should run rather...
The other thing, I can take,
Should do rather simply. I'm slowly collecting POVs. I love your name! Because, look, I love ravens, okay? They're beautiful, and you can be one of my little birdies any day. I love it. I love it. Also, I wonder if someone... Well, they've called me sir, ma'am. She doesn't really care if they call her sir or ma'am. She really doesn't. She said either way. But yeah, tweet. Anyway, and yet, that's what happens when you insult Ryder, I guess. I can't believe what happened. I don't understand. I don't get it. But whatever. I guess that works. Holy shit. Thank you. I didn't realize you could... Also, I didn't realize until just the other day that you could, sub in advance, like for a few months in advance. That's really cool. Someone have to accidentally call... But have someone accidentally called her mistress before? No, and I don't expect them to. We'll find out. I don't know. She's not exactly mommy material. She's just an authoritarian. But it's cheaper? Really? Huh. Okay. Besides me, that's intentional. Well, yes, crazy. I know. She's not exactly Dommy mommy material. She's kind of like... I don't know. I love her. I love her hair. I love how she looks. She's perfect. I love this model for this character. It's so good. I just need to add, like, shit to it. I need to add, like, fancy stuff to it. Like... I'm going to be impartial, so head of mistress is going to sit right in the middle.
Because Dieter talked to me saying, you know, what happened. Yeah. I was here when... Well, it was right on this before. I don't know. You need my help? Conversation with family and
Oh, so it might involve the... Okay, fair enough. It might involve the lunchtime, gotcha.
10% less for 3 months, 15% less for 6 months, but not on mobile. Mobile never gets discounts, not even during September. Oh, that sucks. You have to be on a desktop. Well, that stinks.
Oh, so me and me? Okay.
Hmm.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it was a perfect one. 3.2.
Stark, expect these things to be set up in 5 minutes. Let's try to set up a time on this, yes? And then I'll have them report to you by then.
Very good.
Hmm. They better get their asses in here. They better get their asses here. Hmm. What do you think for these fights today?
About outcomes?
Cadet?
I have picked 2 people, which is gonna be, it's not gonna be my usual because, Morali isn't here. So Esme and, Rex will be my 2 people that I pick for our training session today. I'm assuming it's the same location as normal?
It might vary, depending on what spaces are available. After dinner, I'll be looking for you at the dorms. There's a few
at the
things I have
dorms,
to do,
okay.
so I'm trying to squeeze this between a few other things.
Understandable.
Busy, busy.
It's just that to speak with the headmistress.
Cadet. Professor Barian. Not just Barian. He is your professor, after all.
Yes, Professor Barry.
Go on.
Thank you, cadets. Thank you for catching me.
Yes, you didn't go do all that schooling for nothing, did you? Anyway.
Now you are asking about outcomes, yes?
Yes, what do you think? Ah! Thank you for the gift subs! Hello, Hoshi. Announcer?
The second match is one that I'll be keeping an eye on.
Ah,
Depending on what
yes.
the opposition chooses to bring with him.
Are you ready?
The sides are prepared, headmistress.
Excellent. I'll send you first guests. One moment, Professor.
Oh, are we all ready to go?
Oh. Oh. Thank you for the gift sub, sweetie! Holy hell, thank you. Streamers are why I now have 2 monitors. Never going back. Never going back. That one phase reminds me of the drought PCs. Oh god.
Is this poppin'?
Cadet Morrison. Cadet Mersion, if you will please. Go to your tents. Madam?
Hello.
How are you today?
For being late. I was resting my paperwork hand.
It's quite alright. We're in the middle of duels, so not too much.
This here where Mason flexed, so he'll be 1 moment.
Ah, thank you very much, Joy. We will handle that when it happens. Okay, thank you, darling. Alright.
I picked up very affordable wool and knitting supplies for Rex at Concordia.
I appreciate that. I'm sure he will as well.
He's going to be weaving his magic into the knitting, so I am interested in what type of useful things it can create.
Weaving his magic. To see if that creates anything.
Sorry about that.
Ah, there we are. Never mind. Cadet Morrison. He had an issue, a flexing issue, after he's dealt with.
Oh, he's he's dealing with some weapons check. Hello.
Right, 5 minutes. Get him ready.
All right. So, what are you bringing in today's battle?
I just know about them.
Anything that we should be prepared for?
Yeah, because I don't
So
remember.
maybe he's allowed to teach him again one day. Who knows?
Ran in, shouting that Ryder
I'm gonna do a quick pat down.
I want to see this student prepared in 5 minutes, Stark.
Oh wait, here, I have a candy in my pocket. I don't want these to fall out.
His candy in his pocket. God damn it. I love Ross. I love him so much. I'll just stand over here. Nice and out of the way.
Back, ladies and gentlemen. It is time again for another.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. That was good. That was nice. We're going back. That one phase reminds me of one of the droid NPCs in Sortor and Carson. Oh, I want to play... Dude, I was just talking to someone who was playing Star Wars The Old Republic Online again. And, bruh, I love that game. I remember that game. It's a good game. But, damn... It was only good for the fucking dogfighting. The fucking, the only part of that game that I loved and enjoyed was the roleplay and the fucking dogfighting. The star stuff dogfighting.
Just a moment here, so sit tight while we get our contestants.
Hmm.
And we will be ready to go in just a moment.
Yeah, 5 minutes. So they have 7. They have one more. No, 1 more minute. Wow, that's no. They have 4 minutes left. I'm gonna sit in the middle because I want to watch the fight, and like I feel like I feel like the headmistress is supposed to be kind of impartial, so she should probably sit in the middle. Hmm.
So those will be in
Oh,
the
I
box
didn't think
too.
of that. Gotcha, because it.
So the most common patterns are scarves, mittens, hats. We call them toques where I'm from. And then socks. So scarves, mitten, hats, and socks are the most common ones that people make.
Socks might be
So I
good
grabbed
during winter.
those.
Perfect, thank you very much. That was really all out of me.
You're welcome.
Very good.
We don't have a prefecture over there. That's fine though.
Well, the prefects are people that are asking, and it's only the med squad that need to be on
I believe both are cleared, headmistress.
Good. Then leave it at the announcers leave. Then let him know.
Very good.
I think passes were a bit of a twist.
Jordy. Oh no.
Is Yorick also going to be an announcer for his own fight?
No,
Wait,
but
what?
I think he's making
Maybe.
the announcer guy.
But he said he's using
announce
the
his energy drink.
the eel's oil to protect himself. So Mason's insulating himself against him, so he's actually helping himself. But
Oh, yeah,
that's gonna
that's
affect his
even
ability to like defeat the other guy. I don't know.
I hate it.
Yes.
Sponsored
Yes,
by
everyone. Encourage everyone to eat
promotion.
crushed
Drink break.
powdered mana crystals.
The cost of like
What would that
making us
do?
in a commercial value.
Probably kill you.
So astronomical.
Noted.
I mean, I can understand how he can afford it, but not everyone can.
You're perfectly fine.
I would be surprised if he hired a scribe to like.
I'm unsure as to how he lived so long.
He probably has.
I was unlucky to take a little bit of his tea of mana crystals infused. Felt like my mana was gonna explode inside of my body.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is
My
time!
stomach didn't like it in general.
Thinking up of names.
Our first match of the day! Representing GMA and the creator of Break Your Immersion energy drinks. It is the energetic, the youthful Yori!
There he is.
Look at him go!
And in the other corner, he has been called
A potion or something.
the savior of Kari Town.
You see, Davril, the answer is always yes.
Unyielding, unrelenting.
It is literally a yes.
Oh no.
It is the majestic Mason Morris!
I would have put it more like water. Like drinking water.
Mason!
I swear, I think he goes through like a keg of his stuff a day.
Gentlemen, come
Good
together in the middle.
choice.
1.5 liters.
If he doesn't overheat himself.
This is a lot more,
He just drinks like 7.
Shake hands or bump fists, whichever you prefer.
I think maybe it's how much mana he wastes on a daily basis, that's why. I think he'd be lethargic for that.
Yeah, it's why he eats that, not how much food he eats.
With 10 minutes on the clock.
Oh. Did I just hear Stark has a harem?
And pride at
That
stake.
pretty much tracks.
Which one of these fierce competitors will come out on top? Let us find out, starting in 3, 2, 1, go! Mr. Morris has risked his life before, but now he must come together in this one-on-one duel.
Just keep him back with the sphere.
Mr. Yuri, on the other hand, an unknown. But with that speed... poking
Oh,
with the
that yellow
spear
and
looks
purple.
like it
I
will
love
be.
this.
It's
I love
Cups
this.
versus a ranged, little bit of a ranged weaponry here. As the two poke and prod each other. Mr. Yuri, of course, our co-announcer a few days ago, is now in the ring himself. Can he survive what Mr. Morris will throw at him? These two seemingly electric users speeding themselves up, matching each other's pace. Coming together, fierce punches coming in from Mason, one after another, and a spinning spear there by Yuri. Rebuffs Morris.
You're in the corner, Mason. Get out of it.
Mason has not taken out his own weaponry yet. Will he do so? But first,
Oh, feet, feet,
shooting
feet,
off
feet, feet,
little
feet,
bolts
feet,
of
feet, feet.
lightning, hot feet, perhaps, to Yuri. And Yuri must back off, but comes together at the middle with a big overhand poke. Mason sidesteps and comes with more fierce blows. A kick by Yuri sends Mason away, readies his spear for the charge of Mason as he continues to poke at the midsection of Mason. You do not want to get hit by that spear, but Yuri also does not want to get hit by these lightning zaps. Not sure what kind of defenses he might have against an element that might be of his own affinity.
He's dancing.
Another poke by Yuri, sidestep by Mason, who comes in for a punch. Twirling that spear of his, preparing his stance. Ooh, a slash there. And Mason must duck under that blow. Resumes throwing lightning at Yuri, but Yuri seems unfazed. Fast enough to duck out of the way, giving us a little dance. Oh, Mason comes in, taking an opportunity with that dance for a few punches.
The results are not really good.
These two are moving as fast as lightning. Huge punches coming in from Mason. Yuri is barely able to block.
Use your weapon.
But comes in for another jab and few, spinning that spear expertly. Must have practiced long and hard to be able to wield that weapon in such a extravagant manner.
Oh,
throws it to the
shit.
ground and spins it, and a huge stab to the midsection, which I believe Mason was barely able to glance off. Electric zaps coming in again and again as Yuri dances around.
was a hit.
That one perhaps caught Yuri in the foot there as he hops on one foot.
That's a proper stance, surprisingly.
No, I think that's a fighting
They had the hop, the flamingo hop.
Yuri keeps his motion going as the two collide once more, exchanging blows. Yuri looking for an opening. Mason, however, with
I
powerful
believe he has
punches.
padded armor, yes.
Oh, a huge punch there by Mason.
Need to right now. I'm not sure.
Yuri barely managed to dodge that.
Because the sword is.
The two of them, coming together once more with even more furious speed. Oh, another huge punch there to Yuri. I am shocked that those haven't knocked the daylights out of him.
We killed a bunch of eels, and I'm pretty sure he's using the eels to.
We have not seen this kind of matchup in quite a while, ladies and gentlemen. As Mason furiously throws one punch after another, powering them up for even bigger hits. Yuri slows down for a moment.
He's saving.
Yuri has the upper hand.
Spins that spear to knock the electric bolt sideways.
3 times the amount of food is normal to right?
A push in the middle. And once more. But Yuri sidesteps. Oh, another huge force punch coming in, knocking Yuri over a little bit, and Mason takes advantage, coming in for a jumping attack now.
It has
a knee. That is not quite enough.
That is a good fight.
Mason backs up.
Oh.
Shooting lightning once again. He does seem to have the range advantage if he wants to take advantage of it.
Unfortunately, it is arcing
But this
everywhere.
seems to not phase Yuri as it comes in for a huge jab. Oh, Mason barely managing to. Oh, it actually looks like that caught Yuri in the side.
Oh no!
Finish it, Mason! Don't let him get up!
But instead of seeming harmed,
Finish it, Mason!
Yuri seems to be just getting mad. What kind of power is this that he harnesses? Mason, for his part, backs up. Oh, and it has now turned into a scythe, crackling with electricity. As Yuri dashes forward, what can Mason do against this new form of weapon? An uppercut. Mason barely dodges, and he must back up. He does not know what this can do, and his slashes come in fast and fierce, and Mason is now on the back foot. Seemed to have the upper hand earlier, but Yuri has kicked it up to another level.
Where are you?
He's deflecting a little bit, but not enough off of that.
Yuri must avoid those lightning bolts. They will zap him of his energy. And he comes together. Must back up for a moment, slash overhead, a huge punch by Mason again, but the two have missed each other entirely. A downward stroke by Yuri, sidestepped. More furious bolts of lightning coming
Honestly.
out. Yuri spinning that scythe,
That spinning looks really good, though. Not gonna lie.
negating all of that.
He's creating himself with some electrical.
Even looks like Yuri is absorbing the electric zaps of Mason. An uppercut by Yuri, and Mason must jump backwards. A downward slash, which he barely managed to dodge. And moving back once again is Mason. He is absolutely on the defensive right now. Can Mason Morris?
Oh, I love this. This is a good fight.
Those who cannot defend himself, time and time again.
Speaking of time, how much time do we have left?
Can he pull out what he needs to against this enemy that seems to be only getting stronger as the
Is
minutes
Medicus like
tick
nothing?
by?
Give him time to cast.
Lightning coming in once more. Yuri is unfazed, blocking with the scythe, rushes forward, and a slash to Mason. Mason barely dodges out of the way and must keep on hopping.
Good cuts, though. Good cuts. They'll start to do their effect.
These two are unwilling to give the little smallest of ground. And there's 1.5 minutes left.
Electrical shock blast.
Gotta change your bow.
Can these two finally break each other as, oh, it looks like there's some sort of charging up by Mason coming in. He is absolutely livid now as he just pulls, oh, that beam knocks Yuri back. He spins, but I'm not sure he can take that for much longer. Oh, Yuri suddenly seems tired, drained, and Mason comes in for an overhead punch. Oh, a powerful hit! And Yuri is getting smacked again and again. With that power up, maybe Mason has taken the advantage here as about a minute remains. And these two are duking it out of the middle. Slashes coming in. A kick there by Yuri.
It's wasting too much money keeping that weapon intact. Yes.
Yuri can barely manage the onslaught now. He must give his last gasp as there is 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's over! At the end there.
That was impressive.
One last furious collision between the beam of Mason and the twirl of Yuri. And these two are absolutely,
I think they're both
well, perhaps drained.
Although I do feel like Yuri took more damage at the end there.
That's fine.
Well, he tried to deflect it head on.
That's a lot of magic to try
Either
to
willing to give an inch to each other.
Don't think that exactly happened.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't.
What an absolutely fantastic way to kick off this day. But there did not seem to be a clear winner. And as such, the judges must deliberate once again.
I'll go to the restroom while they're judging. I'll be right back on.
Yeah, see you later.
And mistress?
Impressive. Quite impressive.
Both did very well.
Ah.
Hello, miss.
Please go and check on your student first.
I
Let's
swear they were
make
right
sure they were
behind.
alright. Yes, I think they
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with the
stopped to manage the
results in
students.
just a few minutes.
If there are no major incidents, Cadet Stark, if there's no lasting, excuse me?
Do you want us to begin the next equipment check?
Yes, 10 minutes. We'll be discussing. If I'm not available, just go to the announcers and call for the next cadets. I believe it is Leander and Cortez.
Indeed.
If I may. Cadet Stark.
Yes, sir.
They're occupied at the moment, but could you please inform them I would like a report of his injuries.
You're definitely
Yes.
quite the tall one.
Technique-wise, both did pretty fucking well.
They did.
You can speak for Mason, can't you?
Right, I believe we'll be getting an injury report here soon. I had a question. Cadet Yuri, was he observing that electricity, those electrical attacks? That you know of, anyway.
Yes, he was absorbing, deflecting them.
Very well.
But even then, I would have to say that they both did remarkably well, and I honestly think this was a tie.
Spit.
Both played to their strengths.
We speak to the prefects that went over their preparations, perhaps.
Very well. I'll grab Stark.
Because I know Mason was working on a lot of things in the forge. So. Whether that would be.
Okay, one sec. Stop moving! Stop moving! That's it. I'm putting my hair up.
Definitely.
Alright. Yuri, I'm putting on my serious glasses.
Damned. Very well.
Well, thank you. The slider is not the game. You can just tell him to drink something and then, like...
At current, much of what I'm considering will rely on the medical report.
I was gonna kill him.
Hello, I'm going to ask
Stark.
a definitive question if I could please have an answer. Is he mana?
I did answer.
Stark. I'm damned. Does he require injury or does he require healing at the moment?
Okay.
From you, Cadet Morgan.
No.
Go get Cadet. Ah, there he is. Get Cadet. No. Stop. Get Cadet Stark. Bring him to me. Go.
Quite adept at reflecting or absorbing the ranged attacks coming his way while also trying to utilize his melee. However, with Cadet Mason being trained in such martial,
One moment.
if you will, he was ready for that close range, and they were both able to exchange quite equally. Or so is my perception.
Mason did possess more
The
of
size did look pretty good.
Mason did seem to possess a more diverse arrangement of ability.
Cadet Stark, can you tell us of their...
Like me.
Can you tell us of the preparations that you know of?
Preparations before battle, you mean?
Yes, what they came into it with.
As far as I know from Cadet Yuri, I was the one I did equipment checks on. All he came in was his spear and his guns, which were his arms, he said.
Yes. Alright, could you get the cadet that checked Mason so we can make sure of what equipment he had? Thank you. I do know that... go on.
Cadet Mason suffered minor lacerations, minor burns. Overall, he's physically okay. Stamina-wise, slightly deficient, but he is... that is the extent of his injuries. Cadet Yuri is currently suffering from broken ribs, a multitude of full-body bruising from a multitude of punches. However, he is still energized, is what I've been told.
From what I tell of Yuri, I don't think much could unenergize him, if you'll excuse me.
Trust me, yeah.
No, that's
you're
appropriate.
right.
That's appropriate.
Yeah, that's fair. I think he would take that as a compliment, too.
He would.
Cadet Ida, were you in charge of the preparations of Cadet, or rather, were you privy to the preparations of Cadet Mason?
Yes, ma'am.
Please, if you would. What did he bring?
He brought his iron sword. Gauntlets encoded his armor in eel oil to reduce electrical conductivity. That is all.
Smart man.
Preparations are good.
Very prepared.
Injuries are relatively minor. From what I can tell, he hasn't been training as long as Yuri. Your student does have a much more of a skill of control, I think, than he does.
Yuri has been specializing in that style for quite some time now.
Think about of that.
He very much knows what he's doing.
Right. So, I suppose here it comes to the decision on whether it is a tie or a clear win. Cadet Ida, Cadet Lila, if you would go and prepare the next students.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right. Well, we have 3 and 3. Well, and staff, of course. I'll remain my vote
Stepping out of the vote, I might be a bit biased, but I did want
Of
to
course.
what had the evidence in this.
Of course.
I trained him in dodging and stuff, so I'm gonna. He's also one of my apprentices, so I will refrain from voting unless required.
Of course. And as I am party to both, I will, or rather the host to both, I will as well abstain my vote. So, vote for Mason, vote for Yori, or I suppose a tie. Actually, rather this way. Those who believe that the bout was a tie, please raise your hands. Tie has it. Both points will be awarded. Well done. Seems we have our first tie, Professor.
Raise it all the way.
Or rather, it seems we have a tie then. Thank you. Both ports will be awarded. Well done. And we'll start the next bout in about 5 minutes.
I shall find my place in the staff.
Thank you, professors. Please enjoy your chairs. Or seats. Alright, we have our first fucking tie. It's not bad. Slice and dice and beheading. Oh, it might be, yeah.
The judges have determined that these two combatants that fought fierce, hard, with tactics and preparation have determined that this match will result in our first tie. As such, both schools will be awarded a point. And we will begin our second round in just a few minutes.
Cadet Leanda, Cadet Cortez, report to your tents if you haven't already. Ah, sweet Jesus, I can't talk right now. Okay, better. La 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 la. Slice and dice and beheading. Yeah, I'd love to turn that shit into a... Like, I think that when she gets more used to it, because right now it's her grandfather's sword, right? That's still her grandfather's weapon. I think once she gets used to it, she can turn it into, like, she can make it more into like a war scythe with a double edge. That would be so cool.
Timber's ties. Don't leave yourself in a knot.
Slowly, Yuri, please.
Ashley, when
Is
you're
there
finished,
anything
I'd like
else
to
you?
give you-
Is there anything else you can't
Yes, sir?
see? Everything. Did you pick everything up? I will pick everything up. Here you go.
Oh, you went to clean your ears. Oh dear.
Yeah, but it's like always resting against it, right? Like, you know, it doesn't like float.
Thank you. Thank you.
It kind of does.
Yeah, thank you.
Sometimes.
Why do you think we sit with our legs apart so it
Hmm.
floats?
Go first tie then. Hmm.
Interesting way.
Cadet Leanda, are you prepared? Good.
But also make it malleable to give it a shape.
I will check on Cadet Cortez. She is ready.
Give me like daddy.
We're going on a two-legged basis here, not on an eight-legged.
Cadet Cortez, are you prepared?
There's something else to know about. Because some humans do have some weird allergies.
Yes, maybe cats. Don't know. It's only happened once. I'll let you know.
Cadet Cortez, you prepared?
Yes, I am.
Good. I leave it to you. Good luck.
Honestly, I personally think the people who complain about it.
of strange, right? Like, someone's comfortable sitting a certain way, then it's your opinion they should sit that way. Yeah, sure, that's your opinion. Doesn't mean you have to enforce it on someone.
That's when
Our second matchup of the day. After an absolute banger of a start.
Yeah.
Wait.
Believe our two cadets are ready?
No, if I did, I don't think that would go.
It's not too different.
Yeah, I've heard of it in Roost in the Federation.
Sorry, I was trying to find my sunglasses and my ears broke.
Ladies and gentlemen, in our second bout of the day, please put your hands together. Representing Ascension Academy, it is the lethal yet lovely Leander!
Oh no! Okay, I'm canonically totally doing that though because that's cute as fuck. Yes. Yes.
And their opponent, fighting in their second bout. Have they recovered enough in such short days? It is once again the cunning Cortez!
I love him. I love him so much.
Come on together to the middle.
There's only one R.
Can I fight the announcer? Can I fight the announcer?
Please do not. He's on retainer.
Miss Leander, if you would please.
Of course, it would be within
Shake hands or bump fists, whichever one you prefer.
Please do not. The Union would kill us. Worse than the CAF.
I know. It's just a jest.
The announcer power posing.
With 10 minutes on the clock once again. These two combatants face off each other in the rectangle of triumph. Let us begin in 3, 2, 1, and go!
Say rectangle of wreckage. It's not alliterative, but at least it works in a way.
Cortez, last we saw, used a firearm and a knife.
A sword.
Some sort of weapon. Leander is seeming to use some sort of energy sword. And they come together, clashing in the middle.
He had to wait till she was, like, existing, so.
Feeling each other out. Leander kicks, knocks Cortez back. Last time, I believe, Cortez had some sort of injury to his arm. Will that affect him in this bout as well? So far, he seems to be deflecting Leander's advances.
Oh.
Little bursts of shots come once more.
Ooh, it's hot.
And
It's spicy.
It's not panicking at least.
Good.
The two clashing.
Cortez is a little.
Shots coming down from Cortez. Leander must avoid those.
She wasn't, I don't know if she was here to watch the fight
As
with
bursts of fire come out behind her. But she rushes forward with speed, knocking into Cortez, who parries away her strikes.
Moving as much as he did his last game.
Kicks coming in from Leander, powerful ones seemingly send Cortez reeling.
Or he's dodging.
Leander kicks low, Cortez returns shots. Leander is just standing in the middle of these explosions, seeming completely unfazed.
Did she just take that explosion?
Are they having actual harm to her?
She can't see them.
Or is
Oh
she
god, I
using
hope it's a
some
shade.
sort of defensive mechanism.
I think it's a
to
problem.
avoid
I
these
think.
bursts of fire.
Take away the mobility.
It's like
So
both
if you
are
go for the legs or you
afraid
try
of
to
what the other's gonna do.
shock the diaphragm.
Yeah, but
Coming together in the middle once more, Leander smacking with that sword. Cortez expertly sidestepping and parrying. Shots come down once more, but right at the same time that Leander has rushed forward, bashing into Cortez. As the two cross swords.
We're both are gonna have to be sprawling around vampires and other different.
Which one of these will be able to overpower the other? Shots coming in for Cortez right overhead. Leander kicks, and these two are just going with power in the middle. Leander smacks Cortez away, but those shots seem to have affected her in some way. Holding her head. Is it her hearing or her vision that has gone out?
Well, think about it. Didn't Cortez also have a fight? How badly did Lion beat the living crap?
Dashes forward, striking low. Cortez blocks. Dashing forward once more. The kick to Cortez. And Leander's unrelenting.
You can't just,
I mean, he could do the same, but
A low shot by Cortez, and that explodes right under Leander.
It does hurt, but not debilitating.
Oh no, she's dying. I think she's dying otherwise.
These two
Okay.
have bruised each other quite badly at this point. A smash by Leander as the two powerhouses clash in the middle once more. A show of strength is what is needed here. Unrelenting to each other. Shots coming out once and again. Perhaps deafening Leander even more, but she has sent Cortez reeling back. Looks like some sort of effect has taken place on Cortez as a blow to his ribs.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Has injured him in some way. Gets some low shots off and
Oh!
right under Leander. And oh my lord, that has got to hurt. Leander's crumpled to the ground. Can she stand and fight? Can she continue this?
He just has to pin her, and then she
Gets to her feet. Cortez has given her enough time to do so.
I'm surprised she's not using her ranged.
Looks like Cortez wants this fight to continue.
She has ranged options since she's not using them.
Perhaps he could have finished Leander right there. Knocked her out.
Oh, that's why I heard from over there.
Maybe in sportsmanship or perhaps just a want of battle.
she's getting weaker from this
Does
explosion.
he not get hurt by his own explosion?
Oh, and a knock to Leander's wrist. Looks like it has knocked her weapon out.
Still,
It still hurts because he's used to it.
And she regains her weaponry. Cortez, unwilling to finish this opponent off. As they collide in the middle once again. Shots to the face of Leander, and this is
God.
here right now. I wish you could see this closer up, ladies and gentlemen. A stab to the side. Oh no!
Oh, hear you. Cortez?
Okay, well.
Blood bursting out of Leander.
Cortez?
I'm not sure that we can continue this fight right now.
Cortez, what have you done?
The match is finished.
Cortez, what have you done?
I thought he was being respectful.
Come on, get her in the chair. No chair, just call back.
Oh, they go. Come on. Get it. What the fuck were you thinking?
We'll be taking a short intermission.
That was unexpected.
Yes, it was. We'll be taking a short intermission.
Of course. Ladies and gentlemen, a short intermission will be had here as we ascertain what took place in this last match. As a reminder to all, this is meant to be a competition, but not A duel to the death.
You understand that?
And I did just
You know
that
what your
because
weapon can do.
if it wasn't steady, yes, most likely I could have done. However, it the rest is. I think she crushed it a bit. Also, my leg is bleeding. Can I get that looked at, please?
Yes.
How's the other cadet?
And there's.
Oh, look, I wanted to assess yours first. I'll check ours after. No. I would like a report of the incident after, of course. Once they've taken some healing. We'll see. We'll get in the bottom of this.
You're way too big.
You can't invoke that either.
So the wounds from the sword.
Bring him to the center. I'll speak to the
Hello,
headmistress.
excuse me. Sorry.
I'm here.
I want a full medical report.
So the
Her condition?
Headmistress, we're investigating.
Yes.
Investigating foul play. If you can give me a moment, I'll bring you all the information.
They are being healed, and then... yes. They're being healed, and then they will be giving us a report.
I know she got hit on the wrist and a head.
Burns.
Burns. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Just start cleaning one on your wrist.
Okay. These ones look like they can just be bandaged, so I'll start bandaging them. They're clean now.
Same with this wrist. I need to focus on her head now. I know I'm bright and I'm pretty. Don't do it.
You're okay, Leanda. Leanda, we gotta help you, okay? Be patient with us, okay? You're alright. We did great.
I know I'm close.
You're
I
safe.
know.
Oh, 7 hells.
You're safe, and so is everyone else, okay? Hang in there.
Well, there's also,
Did Ida?
I'm not, obviously not going to try to cut his head off, etc. Right?
Watch over Cadet Trez. I haven't seen Cadet Victor.
But if I was fighting Hannah, I wouldn't let her use regular bullets because
I'll watch after Cadet... the other cadet.
So is the one on her wrist. They just need to be held down.
Bandaged.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna bandage your head, okay?
I'll move to the side so she can't see me.
Around.
Cadet Morgan.
Yes.
All good. You're okay, Leon.
Find Cadet Victor, if you could. If he is around.
Last I heard, he ethereally flexed, but I will.
Ah, damn. After then. Her condition, her injuries.
She's been patched up as best as we can, but we have no way to help her much past this.
Or maybe there's more. Maybe we didn't. There's something. Well, there's something.
I assume you fed her?
She needs more blood. We can get her more.
Hmm.
Yes.
Very well.
She was lethargic from the beginning, so maybe there was silver in here. I don't really know. To be honest, I'm not sure how he fights.
Take her to the Cadet Arbor. Put someone else in charge. Take her to the medical bay. Watch over her.
Yeah, you're gonna just get stepped down through over there.
Morgan, and let her know that.
I'm right here.
Yes. You're in
You're
charge.
moving her.
I need
Got
to
it.
take her to the infirmary.
I can't be in charge. I have to hunt down Victor.
I got it.
Mind it.
Give it to Lila, and then I'll come back and take over.
Hmm.
Leon, hang in there, okay? You did great.
If she needs
You're gonna be
supplies,
fine.
let me know.
There you are. We'll come back and
Doesn't hurt
fucking
me.
look for you.
Gotcha.
How is she?
Maybe come with me. Coming up, right? Come on. We're going to the infirmary.
With you.
But you need to be with her.
But yeah, if she wasn't interested. Well, it's
Cadet Heinrich.
Yeah, you might wanna.
With me a moment, and then you may join them. I assume you saw the fight?
I was watching, yes.
The injuries she sustained, are they fatal?
She is still conscious. She will be fine. She needs my blood, though.
Hmm. If left in that position, would she have died? Hmm. Silver weapon. Very well.
If it's grazed her heart, then yes. If he aimed for it. If it's a stomach wound, however.
Go see which one it was. Hmm.
Yes, he did. And they stabbed through her.
Professor Albrecht, if you would.
Cortez. I want to know if this has been done before.
Hmm.
I will reiterate my point, though, that the pistol shots are less suspect. The actual stab is the worry. That is my assessment, at least.
The stab. Where was it aimed for?
Middle chest, headmistress.
There.
He had previously asked if he could stake through the...
Lila has a medical report. I think that would help.
Of course. Your medical reports?
In the case of Cadet Leona, her injuries are a impalement through the side aimed towards her chest, specifically, by a silvered blade. She has multiple lacerations across her legs, her other side as well. She's also suffering from burn wounds from the gun. But the most critical issue is the impalement from the side, because she had plates on the front and back. So I'm assuming that he made an opportunity.
Intentionally placed to bypass the defenses.
I have a report for Cadet Cortez as well, if you're prepared.
Go on.
Cadet Cortez is suffering from a broken wrist, multiple lacerations, and a concussion.
Are any of these injuries from his previous matches? Anything lasting?
Not that was reported, no.
I will say he mentioned prior to the match that he had a hurt arm, but that it shouldn't be affecting this match.
Lila, I have one question. The blade wound, was it going up?
Yes, sir. That's why there was so much blood.
Would that be an aiming for the heart?
It's not my place to theorize, ma'am.
Based on the angle, would it have lined up? Thank you.
You just missed. There's nothing else. Ah.
Why I have
What's up?
In your duels with Cortez, has he used the gun and fired it close to your head to disorient you?
He's attempted before, but it might be a bit unfair to say since I can more often than not outmaneuver him. But that's because I've grown up with him and I know his skill set.
Thank you. You're dismissed.
Understood.
Yeah, Zuru. We have much to deliberate. In the interest of... Rather, no. Alright. If you would in private, I believe... Yes, Cadet Rise? Can I help you? Is this pressing?
The stab was not near the heart. It was on the wrong side, so there has been no near fatal damage in that regard. I was asked to convey that from the medical building.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
the opposite side of where the heart would be.
Is she stable?
Thank you.
For the time being, Victor is helping her.
Keep us updated if there's any complication, please.
I have to go back to her side.
I believe this conversation will need to happen in private, as given its conduct. For now, we should call the match, well, a draw until further, yes, undecided until further evaluation, and we will evaluate that. Trust me, we will. But for the time being, let's finish this duel so that we can have that lengthy conversation in a more private chamber.
War room.
Yes. We'll prepare for the next fight, and then we will talk. Or rather, we'll talk after this fight. Make sure your student is all right. The previous fight's ruling is held pending investigation. For now, we will continue these fights, these duels, rather. Cadet Ellie, Cadet Davril, if you would report to your tents. We'll continue. Start in 5 minutes.
Very good.
So I'm not going to berate you with it more.
Anything you're bringing in with you?
You're lucky.
No, it's clear.
Medical.
You know that?
Alright.
Or wherever
Any
you're
other
We
Not
investigated
taking any
it.
potions or anything. No, no
Missed
potions taken.
everything.
Snap on the back, but
Very well.
She
You
is
will allow
stable.
enhancement potions. The only ones that are disallowed are mana and health potions.
Yes, and she managed to miss all of my
Vitality was
vitals. I just
also,
got deep wounds.
I'm here as the medical representative.
Vitality is
She didn't put her
partially
hand through my
considered
chest, so
health,
that's a
but
plus.
yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially
it's
when I
among the
missed
thing.
blocking
Make sure
potions.
it's
GMA has
following all the
checked
rules.
over. Is there anything you need to let us know that we need to avoid for your own physical well-being?
No,
Don't
not
kick
really.
him 50 feet in the air.
I mean, if I go down, everyone knows how to deal with what I'll probably go down with.
No allergies we need to be worried of then. That's really
No,
just we want to make sure we don't hurt you.
No, I was specified that I can.
You know the times. I imagine you can start the fight without me. I'm going to check on the student. I'll return shortly.
Ah, I see. Well,
My
I assume you already know well.
What's that? Fat kids roughing as usual. Cute kids murdering each other. Reminds me of the murder mysteries we had when the Marines decided to kill. Oh god. The bathrooms, everyone was relaxing. It set off one hell of a scare in the RP server. MPs are barricading everyone in the barracks. Cortez should be disqualified. Okay, Darth. Hello, Darth.
I'm irritated. But physically, I'm fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Cadets.
Please be cautious, ma'am. She is still experiencing quite a bit of hunger.
focus on this if you need to. If they need to have a conversation.
Not with her. Dead Heinrich.
He's
not here, ma'am.
Mm. Let's see to her. Fights will continue. I'll be back after the fight. Hmm. Suppose. I will say it's rather impressive. That boy will be very skilled, especially given his abilities. And his weaknesses. But that still can be used, utilized, molded.
We hope to have a clean and wonderful fight between those who are gathered here, representing Ascension Academy. Please
Was that?
give your warmest welcome
sides are
to
ready.
the
I believe the announcer's
enigmatic
heading them in.
Yes, good.
Big dig damage. Let's go.
And on the side of GMA, the dangerous and dervish Devril! Come on to the middle, both of you.
Cadet Ida. Do you know where Cadet Victor is?
No.
As you are.
Potentially the infirmary.
And with that, 10 minutes on the clock. Tensions are high. Blood is perhaps boiling. But let us see what these two can bring us today. And here we go. 3, 2, 1, go! Davril and Ellie come together in the middle immediately. Davril dashing forward. Sliding on ice paths he creates. The size advantage here might be the trump card for Ellie. Oh, but a low slash there by Davril, who's using some sort of kukri, perhaps.
Yes, sir.
And a staff by Ellie.
Would you happen to know where Cadet Cortez is at this
On her
point?
back. Oh, pulls out to some sort of water arms.
I don't.
Slapping at Davril, but he is a little bit too fast as he dodges out of the way.
I
With
hope
his stature,
he is not... Oh, never mind.
can Davril take a punch? As these two hop at
Really
each other.
worried as tensions are high.
Slashes by Davril.
He may have had to blink.
And now a tentacle
Maybe.
form slaps at Davril.
Avoiding
Getting that
students who have
longer
been called
reach
him a
might
monster.
be exactly what Ellie needs in order to triumph here.
Be out of sight.
The frost of Davril, however, perhaps can counteract this seemingly water-based attacks. But so far, they have not seemed to have too much effect. It's some sort of defense mechanism, or perhaps some sort of potion, or oil taken earlier. Knowing your opponent is the name of the battle, of course. Slaps by Ellie, but Davril has dashed around, continuing to make use of his ice. to slide around. And these two coming together in the middle, and so far, neither have taken too much of damage.
I think if she gets one strong one in here,
Slaps from Ellie. These two yammer at each other as they slash and dash and slap.
In mid-fight.
I just know how hard Ellie hits and how small he is. I'm worried.
Davriel sizing up his opponent. Frost on his blades now. Oh, some sort of projectile being thrown at there by Ellie, but just going over Davriel's head. Perhaps she's not used to trying to throw that as such a minute opponent.
I'm so sorry.
Davriel making use of his size. Comes overhead. Ellie slaps it out of the way, but that does seem to have confused her for a moment. Ice versus water. Slapping forward. Ellie is now on the offensive. Ellie is absolutely getting angry as the second goes by, as Davriel's taunts seem to have an effect on her as she has gone wild, swinging all over the place, trying to gab Davriel. That could be the way to go.
She's
grab and toss.
Wearing her out.
No, you do not. We'll get in trouble for that. But if he disappears suddenly and we never find his body, that's a whole different matter.
Cadets.
Comes low and almost looks like he scooted between her legs. Slaps by Ellie against Davriel. With sidestep so far. Ooh, thwacks by Ellie's limbs there, perhaps connecting in the midsection of Davriel. Can he take any more of those? More wild swinging by Ellie, and for all her power,
I mean, I think he
does not seem to be too much of tactics. It is a mere brute force.
Inner thigh.
Is that enough?
Main veins, but
Ooh, punches coming in as she does change between these forms now, more at will. Overhead smash, and Davriel is doing everything he can to get a few strikes in while he manages to dodge, but there's barely an opening with all these strikes from Ellie.
I love it. I love it so much. This fight's so good.
Underneath the arms. He must be used to fighting against opponents like this who just try to overpower him.
Or is his weapon frozen?
Ooh, whacked by Ellie.
Looks like it does have a bit of ice to it.
Slashes by Davriel. Must be having an effect on Ellie's legs.
There he is.
She is slowing down little by little. A stab there on the arms.
Oh, Davriel, don't get.
Ooh, Ellie still grabbing and punching.
She's going to grab.
And there are 5 minutes left in this fight. Davriel on the back foot, sliding away from his opponent. Ellie
Oh, she's going small. She's going short.
Chakram once more, toss it around. But just unable to keep an eye on Davriel, who comes, strikes in the middle again. Davriel's speed may be just a bit too much here for Ellie to keep up with. Shielding herself for a moment. She charges forth with her arms once again, Davriel sidestepping and slashing at the knees repeatedly, wearing down your opponent.
It does seem somewhat tired.
Ellie sizes up her opponent. Can she change up this tactic?
Size.
To catch this nimble foe?
You got this fight, Ellie.
Ellie comes forward, tossing the chakram out once again, switching readily between the arms and the weaponry now, picking up the pace, moving between every form she has, slapping at Davriel, who is barely managing to avoid the hits. One clean blow to the head may send him tumbling. Or his own, Davril comes in slashing with the knife again and again.
Ooh, she's doing good, but I can't imagine she's got much.
His
into the
ice
flame
does
of
not
that
seem
horse.
to be having that much effect on Ellie's hands, but that stab. Who knows how much more of those Ellie can take? That one seems to have connected on Davril's jaw.
Shoop, 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 shoop.
Concussions are a very real possibility here. As these two collide in the middle again and again. Can any of them get the upper hand on each other as there are 2 minutes left? A kick by Davril, but grabs here by Ellie, which Davril barely manages to come out of. Ooh, strikes from above!
What, Cortez fucking impaled Leonda?
And for all his jumping around and all his sliding, Ellie's smacks might just be doing enough for her here. Can either of these opponents finish the other one, knocking them out and winning the bout? Davril dancing around. He knows he has little time. Ellie is holding her own.
Sad.
A jumping attack by Davril. Ellie got caught in the face with that one. Shakes it off. Comes forward, singing from below this time, which Davril barely manages to avoid yet again. Oh, slices once again.
Come on, Ellie.
Come on,
Those
Davril.
powerful wet arms of Ellie, the slaps coming in,
Wet
and we may
arms.
be seeing the wettest fight in the history of water.
I hate it.
I hate this man.
Ellie's
right?
furiously swinging, trying to get those finishing blows. Davril barely managing to escape. That one seems to have caught her good. Oh, little pokes and prods coming in by Davril with 1 minute left. Is that what he needed?
Very fast.
Ellie comes forward, nonplussed. Slices again. And for all of the seemingly damage that Davril may have done, it is not enough.
Ellie's one of our tanks. Pricks aren't going to be
Smack there by Ellie.
Cadets,
Catches Davril in
mind
the
yourself.
side, but he is still up. Ooh, smacks in the back. Both of these competitors panting hard with what little energy they have left. And time running down. Oh, another smack to the head. Davril. With 10 seconds left, can they finish each other off? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, over! Oh, Ross as Ellie's managed to grab Davril.
Huh.
Oh, I
Well
shudder to think
done.
what would have happened with that one
Well,
if
he might have
time hadn't expired.
It's hard to hit someone from New Zealand.
These two exhausted opponents congratulating each other on a hard-fought fight.
Water is. You know what? No. No.
As Davril collects himself from what could have been his doom at the last moment, as Ellie goes off to warm herself up from Davril's strikes, we shall have a quick conference with the judges to see who came out on top. with last bout of the day.
I don't think it was as bad as I thought it was going to be. She kept me on my toes and everything was somewhat warm. But thanks for the concern.
We'll definitely need a medical report for that one.
I wonder how he's so slippery. That was impressive.
I believe that ability.
Nice. Great pair.
He uses it quite a bit. We have to stop him in the hall sometimes.
Yes, I believe we found ice trails around the halls.
Thanks, Lathan.
Right. I'll ask for a medical report as soon as they are done. Of course, Stark. Medical report once you're done.
Minor laceration on the legs. Do you have any other injuries that you
Ah, you're already settling that. Alright. Lila, once you're done, the report here. Once you're done, get the report to us, the medical report to us.
Natural reflex is to immediately strike and to kill whatever's interacting with. She made mention that she had to take great effort to not, well, end him immediately.
Was it the, Well, regardless, restraint should be shown, or be able to be shown, despite our baser urges.
I'm curious if he attempted to, well, if he attempted this intentionally.
I believe he might have did it right at the very end when the last second was called, perhaps. But we might have to ask.
Cadet Lila. Medical report.
Right. Cadet Ellie is suffering from minor lacerations on the legs. Beyond that, her injuries, that is the extent of her injuries. I apologize. As for Cadet Davril, he's suffering from multiple contusions, bruising across the body, also possibly a fractured jaw.
Slaps, I suppose. If I may show... Or rather, is that all you have to report?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Go and see to the...
If I may. I witnessed a sparring match between you and Ellie at a time a few weeks prior. If I'm not mistaken, she landed a solid strike. It was your shoulder, caused multiple bone breakages. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. She did give me a couple broken ribs.
Thank you.
There was also the fight with Arashi. There was a spar.
That being said, I believe, again, restraint was shown on both parties. I imagine if Cadet Davril had his leave, he could cut something more lethal than just her pants. Just, yes.
He was expressing a lot of restraint there.
Yeah,
especially before the match.
So I believe it's not...
It was done. He fights with efficiency. And often goes to frustrate his opponents. And as far as I could see, he's exactly what I expected him to do.
Do we need the cadet for any more? Alright, you're dismissed. Continue your duties. Alright. If I may... I believe... Cadet Davril is quite... I imagine he is quite efficient. That being said, one good hit from Ellie would have clearly ended him. It is difficult. It is a matter of would he have been caught, or would she have, or would he have survived the blow if he were caught? I suppose at the end he was.
He was caught at the end.
Aye.
Hmm. They both clearly showed restraint, as there was no major injuries. So I suppose at that point we have to decide if this is a win or a tie.
For finesse in battle, for me, it would go to DeVril. For sheer raw power and capable of, it would go to Ellie. So it's
So they cancel each other out.
they each have very
that.
good points, and I think if
They
DeVril
have
had
shown proper sportsmanship as well as
Mm.
finesse in their own craft. I believe my vote is for a tie.
On the point of sportsmanship, as your fellow professor already said, his normal strategy is to intentionally irritate his opponent. An underhanded tactic.
That being said,
I didn't realize all of these duels were honor duels.
and that being said,
It's a different sense because of a different region.
Getting out of the battle after it was all said and done.
They shook hands and congratulated each other.
they left what was a battle on the battlefield.
Indeed.
Sportsmanship.
I would happen to agree. So, I suppose here we have to vote if it is a tie, first and foremost. Those who believe it is a tie, please raise your hands. Suppose the ties have it then. Suppose we have a second tie then. Both points will be awarded. As for the other incident, I'd like Cadet Cortez to meet us if he is able to give his report or his distinct words on the situation in the war room, if that is alright with you.
Make the request anyway.
Good. If you would...
Both cadets, if Leander as well.
Leanda is currently... Of course. She's currently in the med bay. We'll have her collected. But I think that having them together would be a bad idea. Yes.
That it is another tie!
Have to head out now.
Of course.
Certain day indeed.
Myself and Professor.
And as we head,
with the conversation
or at
about
least
the
we have
state the last
finished
time we were there.
the
I know we
halfway
brought
point.
About concern about him being
Consider
disappointed that
your
lethal
tactics,
was not
cadets.
Steak is not
We will
lethal,
see you again
but we will say
a
that
few days.
talk about that in a moment.
It's inspecting their weaponry or anything for foul play. I can be found at my forge.
Alright. Please collect your student. Have him meet us at the war room. We'll be there shortly. I'll talk to the professor. Stark, Stark, Lila.
Yes, ma'am.
Cadets. After cleaning, make yourselves available. They're going to be spoken to. Alright, about your reports about today. Other than that, no, just those cadets. We'll be at the war room. Be around the Great Hall area or at the dorms. Be somewhere we can find you easily.
We'll probably be at the dorms until we're called upon.
Professor, we're going to speak on this incident in the war room. If you would join us.
Oh no. I lost my other person.
Cadet Heinrich. Is Cadet Leanda still in the med bay?
I'm going there now.
Say that she remains there. We'll be speaking with her shortly. Well, hopefully shortly.
He told me she's okay.
Well done, cadets.
Okay. Thanks.
Hmm. Hmm. Hello, Gatho. Hello, darling. It's been a while, it has. I'm surprised he disappears one day. We'll see.
It did not help that the pistol shots were around the head either.
Yeah. Close to her ear and they're like, I didn't feel that great
to get
watching it.
confirmation on that tactic. I didn't either.
Yeah.
And after Cadet Cortez gives his, we will speak to Cadet Lila and Cadet Stark, as obviously their input is important in this matter. And then we will speak to Cadet Leander. I suppose we'll have to go to the medbay for that. And we will have to be careful on how that is handled.
We can have guards present. Make sure no one else comes in unless it's an emergency.
That is not my concern, but I think it'll be fine. Just a moment. We're still waiting for the professors as well. Professor Barry and Professor Wick.
Roger.
Professor Albrecht, if you would go make sure they're on their way.
As you wish.
Suppose we could pull up chairs in the meanwhile. I'm totally pulling up chairs if you want them. There are chairs. You may sit if you wish. We're going to be here a moment.
Oh, God. Could use a seat.
We got one here. I'm personally not going to be sitting.
Oh, no, it's fine. I have wind. Sophia's can be my seat. See, come on. I'll just stand attention all day. That's what told to.
I love him. I love it. Puppy! Puppy! Bark, bark, bark. Bark, bark, bark. Man, I didn't know you were like that. Shit. Or Lila. Not used to it, not power-wise, but personality, huh? Been streaming retro games the past about 2 hours after. Ah. So after watching and finishing Tears and then catching up, I can safely say a character like Vegeta won't work in AA. Yeah, probably not. Need to hover to the right, Mary's... Hover to the right, Mary's in the room. My... Oh. Ah, I did not know you were there. Apologies, Professor Wick. Apparently, I was not able to see you.
Ah, yes. I figured that might be the case.
Yes. Wonderful. If you can't see Professor Wick, you might want to point over there. Distinctly.
I have been fortunate to see her since we arrived.
Where in the hell is all my professors? I must make sure that I can see them. Alright. Make sure they're still here. Ah, I see. Seems someone had a little issue. Excuse me. Rather. Barry and Flux, so you can just come back. Right. Oh, 7 hells. So just wait for Professor Albrecht to come in. Your injuries, are you alright? Have you recovered, or are they recoverable?
Lacerations, a few deep wounds, but nothing on my vitals. She both avoided it. Except for the end there. There was possibility of striking myself against her weapon, but I was able to move out of the way in time. My wrist.
Yes, sir. Take up a seat.
Be fine.
Right. Right, we'll start then. There's rather. Stark, Lila, if you would step out just a moment. I'll call you in just a moment.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you require Professor Berrien?
I did, but I think he's having an issue. So we'll just start without him just for the time being.
As you wish.
Ah, never mind. I was mistaken.
He should be right behind me.
There he is.
Sure,
Yes.
everything in the arena was calmed down.
Good. Riled. Yes. Alright, cadet. Please, give us a recounting of what happened.
From beginning to end, or near the last?
To your best of your memory. Rather. Your intentions in the fight, and... yes.
We traded blows. She was able to strike at my left arm a few times. I was able to avoid her weapon, but her strength was starting to overwhelm me. After that, things started to get dicey. I had to find a way to turn the tide, so I put rounds next to her ears to deafen her, or at least disorient her quite a bit, which seemed to work only slightly against the vampire. Just enough for me to get footing to start to turn the tide back. Starting to get a feel for her weapon fighting and started to parry her abilities. She was still managing to overpower me, and at one point she struck my leg, and well, the bruise says that I'll be fine, but my movement at the time was almost impeded. I had knocked the weapon out of her hand with my weapon, and I was able to shoot it free, and the explosion sent both of us backwards a bit. I told her to yield, and before I had the chance to reorient myself from also blowing myself backwards, she was able to use her speed to grab her weapon back. Then, the next thing I know, we're close to close. She has her hand around my wristband, and she was crushing my wrists. I wasn't able to get my pistol free, and I refused to shoot her in the head, so I took the damage that I could and forced my pistol into her weapon again. At that point, we both passed each other, and I flipped my blade around. I was able to get it into her side in order to disable her, but the match was called before she was able to yield.
Very well. Cadet, I'm going to ask you this once. Did you intentionally try to lethally harm our student, your fellow cadet here?
Negative, Professor. All of my strikes were away from her vitals.
Questions from the GMA professors?
I have none. He has already had my opinions given to him. And he will be receiving punishment, as I have warned him many times, to show restraint.
Ascension professors?
None for myself either.
I do have questions. To confirm, in the medical reports, Cadet Leander had suffered a shot or two to the head. Is that correct?
That was my question as well.
We will confirm with medical.
But if my memory does not fail me, regardless of your efforts, your attempt to disorient did land. From there, I have a question of perhaps the reason.
To be fair, it was in the middle of a fight.
Your final strike before the round was called. Why?
Both of us had the angle on the other. The next strike was going to decide it. Her slash against my chest would have put me on the ground, and my slash to her would only damage her. It was a split-second decision. Once I was behind her, I went through the motions. But I had just enough time to make sure my blade was not angled upwards high enough.
Quite lucky.
Professor, I'm a hunter. Even under distress, I can make sure that I know what I'm in control of. Even if I make a misstep with my blade, I was not going to harm her.
You are indeed a hunter, which is why it was concerning when a few reports were made, and I'd like a statement from you, Cadet, so I could clear the air. Something about being excited or being fully willing to, and I quote, stake a vampire if necessary. Is there any truth to this?
The only truth in that was the idle threats that were passed back and forth to unnerve an opponent. However,
Were
it
they
seems that
idle?
they were definitely... Yes, Professor. I do not have any plans on driving anything through somebody's heart.
No further questions, Headmistress.
Very well.
I have one or two, if I may. You mentioned you're a hunter, and as we've been stressing that now, if I may ask about your training and how long you've been doing this hunting business. And my next question will follow that.
I started training when I was 11. I created my first weapon at 12, and my father trained me every single day until I was into the academy. I've gone on hunts before with him and without him. I have under my belt only a few kills, and I'm not proud of any of them.
Then I must ask you this, then, so you consider yourself quite experienced then, at least. It sounds like you've done a few things.
Compared to others, possibly my skill level, when put to the test against a target like that, or a target that I know about, yes, I'm skilled, but I am far from, well, the stature that I've seen so far.
Then my last question, with the level of experience that you've mentioned, do you believe that the way you ended this match or dealt with the situation, was that the best way you could have handled it? The best way to disable the target without going for their life, potentially?
Against overwhelming strength and speed, it was the only thing I can do to incapacitate my target, to ensure that the fight would be ended without further bloodshed.
I guess that's all my questions then.
I have further questions. I understand that your firearm is quite a cunning tool, one that you crafted yourself, as you told me directly. It's a fair use and quite strategic with the special ammunition you use. For this, I applaud. A sword. Could you please present it to those here and describe precisely what it is made of and made for?
The weapon is crafted with an alloy
Your
and
sword,
steel
Cadet.
composites. No, sword. Apologies. You started with my weaponry that I crafted.
Compliments where they're due.
My blade is a simple paring short sword.
Nope.
Divots that have been etched into the blade make it a rending blade. A small cut opens a slightly angled wound that needs magical healing in order to properly close in time. The bigger the wound, the more that it bleeds out. And if I'm not careful when removing the blade, it could cause lasting injuries, so I need to be careful.
May
The
I
angle
ask
matters
why
just as much.
you would use such a weapon capable of placing lasting injury and is intentionally designed to require magical healing for an event in which you are fighting comrades? Why this weapon?
My blade is meant to strike slices, little bits at a time, to wear down an opponent that has an upper hand on me. Precision is key, making sure I am careful where I strike. In the fight with Lila, I was very careful not to strike at any of her arteries. Small strikes left on her legs on both sides. Unfortunately, as it was shown, I didn't strike enough, and she beat me based on her
I'm
speed.
not questioning your capability. I'm questioning why this weapon? Something that you must be so careful not face lasting harm, permanent injury. Why not a straight sword, a scythe, a dagger? Why a
These
weapon
are the tools that I was trained with.
specifically designed for this?
do not deviate. A hunter knows other weapons, but the ones they are trained with, we keep with us. They are a part of me.
A version without a divot to cause those lasting injuries. The shape of the weapon is easy to reproduce. A version not made of silver is also easy to reproduce.
Professors.
I think that is what he's getting at.
Regardless, at this point,
Everyone has weapons that can kill and cause lasting harm.
professors, at this point, I think arguing his weaponry at this point is not going to solve things. Let's not get to the bottom of this just yet. Cadet, if there's nothing else, Cadet, wait outside. Have Cadet Stark, no. Cadet Stark and Lila come in.
Roger.
Cadet Stark, Cadet Lila. Cadet Stark, I'd like you to give a report on the... How should I say? What was claimed, the weapons claimed to both opponents, if you know them. What was...
As far as Leander goes, I wasn't given the full detail of her kit, but I am aware of her kit due to previous interactions with her. I know her blade that she uses and how she can charge it. As far as I know, she also had a puffin with her, but that is all she brought with her. As far as Cadet Cortez goes, he had his usual pistol with his rounds that explode, as well as a sword that was silvered that he had in the previous fight with Cadet Lila.
This sword.
Which was her front and back iron chest plates that I made for her. That was it.
Understood. Stark.
After a precautionary discussion, he'd asked out loud about using a stake in combat, and in preparation to avoid that incident, she wanted to get extra protection.
Cadet Stark, can you describe Cadet Leanda's weapon? Her sword. What kind of sword is it? Do you know?
The sword is a very unique style. Personally, I believe it is of elven make. I've only seen one like it in my experience with swords.
Is it magical in quality, nature?
I believe she has an ability to charge it with magic, yes.
Understood. Cadet Lila, if you would report the injuries of Cadet Leanda.
Cadet Leanda's injuries consisted of a major impaling wound to the side, her left side closest to her heart, going between both plates and aiming up for her heart, which is why there was so much blood. She also had lacerations to her legs and multiple burns over her body, as well as specifically a lot of burns to her head.
We were corrected, actually. Apparently it wasn't aimed towards her heart. We received a report from Cadet Morgan, I believe it was, that it was not aimed at that. It was, Rise, that the weapon went up and to the other side.
It was still in her left side, though.
With all due
So-
respect, Headmistress, Cadet Rise is rather new to the medical staff and is not nearly as experienced as the others.
I believe she got this information from Cadet Arbor. Cadet... Yes, and apparently it was at some point reiterated.
Communicated many things.
Cadet, well, we'll be going to see Cadet. Cadet Lila, if you would.
Note I must make. The wounds were made by a silver sword, in which case the wounds had to also be cleaned thoroughly of these silver fragments so that they wouldn't impede the healing process any further.
Did it break in her?
No, but that is the nature of a silver sword when it's inflicted upon those which it is their weakness.
I don't think she'd get fragments of silver in her if it were unless that were purposeful. We'll check these claims.
It is a side effect of using a silver weapon, ma'am. Anything when it comes into contact with something leaves residue to any minor degree. These were minor. They weren't large fragments by any means, but the wound still needed to be cleaned so that it could be closed.
It flakes off, ma'am. It reacts with their skin and it flakes off.
Very well. We will get the specifics on her injuries from Cadet Arbor. She saw her intimately while she was healing. Imagine she'll know what happened. Do you have any questions specifically, GMA, for our cadets here?
No.
It was thorough.
I have
None
only
from
one
me.
question.
Go on.
Cadet Lyra. Vargas brought up a question in a previous conversation we had after the match. Would you be able to identify injuries upon Leander of anything that would have been divine in its influence? Do you believe that anything he was using possessed a blessing or otherwise enchantment?
I don't know that I would have the expertise. However, someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that some of his affinities deal in light magics. And if that's the case and he used them on Leonda, then that would be detrimental to her. Another
He has a
weakness.
secondary in light. His primary is fire.
I shouldn't assume that he would use such things, but we can investigate.
And you've already listed those items they brought into the fight. There was nothing such as blade oils, silver powders on either side.
I specifically
blood vials
checked
to
the
heal.
blade, at least in Cortez's case. There was no oil or residue upon it or shavings, and he did not have
Fair
any
enough.
upon his person.
Just checking. And Leanda only took in what she took in then as well.
Correct.
No further questions on my end.
Mr. Albert?
I do not have any questions for our cadets. They've been very thorough, as have the questions of the other professors.
Very well. Cadet Lila. No. In this case, you're dismissed. As well as you, Cadet Stark, and it is up to you if the Cadet Cortez is dismissed. But we should speak here for a moment before, I believe, going to see of Cadet Leanda's account of the situation.
Understood.
Would you like us to tell Cortez he is dismissed, or would you like him to wait?
No. Tell him to wait in front of the administrative building. I will be speaking with him again.
And cadets,
Understood.
you'll make it understood that no one is to harass him while this investigation is going on. Understood?
I'll make sure the other prefects are aware, and any students of AA will be brought to the attention of the professors. And
Immediately. Go.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. This is your student. I want to know what you think of this.
What do I think?
Yes. What do you think of this incident? Given the information we have so far, without seeing Cadet Leander yet.
Without seeing Cadet Leander, I cannot make proper antithesis, but I can say my cadet, with all due respect, currently is a fucking idiot. I have warned him that he can go all out in using his entire kit before without crucially damaging someone. He did that in his own way, but at the same time, he has still caused a lasting injury. And I will discipline him whatever punishment sees fit on top of my own.
Hmm.
I do, however, know he has one more fight with another student.
And that is my concern. Yes, Cadet Victor.
Yes. But I also know that he has already been called a monster and has already received several comments of such other in nature from just overhearing in general conversation. I do know that he is feeling the brunt of his own actions.
I suppose the question here isn't...
Since a child, I can't change habits that have been there for ages.
I suppose the concern here is a fewfold. One, if he is going to do this again and seriously harm another student like this again, and two, if she should be allowed to continue in his duels.
I understand.
If that is the question, and thirdly, and most importantly, if he did intentionally, or try to intentionally inflict a lasting and lethal wound upon the cadet.
I know he did not intentionally go for kills or to leave them unable to be treated. I do know, however, that he is bred for this kind of work, and it is hard to break those habits, but he has made strides from when he came to me.
I would argue, as we have argued with other students, that we must fight our more bestial and base natures. Sometimes.
Yes. I understand that.
And at some points we need to be held accountable for them. He's your student, and ultimately, your responsibility. I will say, however...
Student reflects his teacher. Do not wish for that the reflection to be seen.
I have a question about one of his own comments, Professor. As you would know your own students better than we would, obviously, so we would defer to your judgment. Cadet Cortez had said that when he was engaged with Cadet Leander, that they had gone blow for blow and he had accrued a few injuries, as had she. The wording he used was very particular. He said that when he finally managed to parry her and get behind her, he followed through with the only thing he thought he could, which was the blow that we are all discussing now. Now, what I've been told about Cadet Cortez is that he is very well learned and has been training to be a hunter since, of his own words, 12 or 13, creating tools of his craft and being taught by his father, and then going to your academy. The repertoire of a hunter is to be able to disable their prey before killing it. Ligaments, bones, muscles. Ways to bring the beast, so to speak, down without a killing blow. I am confused that Cadet Cortez felt that it was his only course of action when he has skill sets for quite literally trapping and capturing beasts. My concern and question is the cadet truly that foolish? Or unskilled? Or is he lying? Because one of these two things don't make sense.
I do not believe my cadet would lie in this kind of situation where he knows his own removal from this academy could be imminent.
And once more deferring to your judgment, Professor, as you know your own cadet, the rumors of him being eager to quote-unquote stake a vampire from his own mouth, does that sound like something the cadet might say in the heat of the moment?
No, he has not been around cadets of such nature at the academy, not to my knowledge. Though I am an administrative head, so I only see him for much more intricate matters, as do we all. We all know our
Thank you,
cadets.
I would like to clarify one thing. We are speaking of a stake to the heart, and I want us to be aware that does not kill a vampire. does paralyze them, but it does not kill them. Just for clear. Yes, a silver-tipped one. Well, anything silver, I suppose that would, yes, do lasting damage, yes. But merely staking something with staking a vampire in the heart does not kill them. I just want that to be clear while we are continuing this conversation. Right. Let's go speak with Leander, and then we will reconvene, and we'll put this matter to rest. Nothing wrong with hats. Hats? Hats? Sorry. A plane of hell is now filled with hats? Of boiler hats? What the fuck, dude? Oh no, I gotta hurry. Oh no, his legs. Cadet Arbor. Is Cadet Leander resting?
Currently she is changing.
Understood. Then we'd like to speak with you a moment and get your thoughts on the situation. As you and I believe you sent Cadet Rise to tell us of her injuries, yes?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you know the full extent of her injuries that she sustained?
Yes.
Very well. Where have I lost? Yes, I will deal with that. No. Professors. Seems they were waylaid by a student. Cadet, if you would.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not able to see them. Or, good. Now I'm nervous. Nothing about this. I'm nervous I can't see people.
I'm right here, ma'am.
Yes, I see you. I see there. Alright, there we are.
Okay, all three.
Alright.
A cadet needed to speak with Barry, and he'll be here shortly.
Yes.
He's right here.
Well, very well.
Alright, Cadet. Tell us the extent of Leander's injuries and the severity of such, as well as her recovery.
Multiple lacerations along the arms, chest, a few on the legs. All of varying severity. Multiple burn wounds, most of them rather severe. One on her face, most of them to her arms, legs, and one on her back. That was pretty bad. And then the stab wound, which, given the silver that he was using, has been difficult to recover. She is not healing as quickly as she normally would due to the silver.
What was the trajectory of this stab wound? Yes.
According to her, she was wearing a piece of plate armor over her chest, her vital areas. However, he stabbed low enough that it punctured straight through her diaphragm, which was why she was having difficulty breathing. He angled up and it tore straight through it.
Angled up in which direction, Cadet?
Well, given from behind towards her sternum.
Center of the chest.
Yes.
Understood. Her recovery so far?
Align it past the spinal column and through her internal organs, most of the severe internal organs.
Cadet, have you dealt with divine injuries before? Burns from that kind of... Are they consistent? Were there any signs of such afflictions upon her?
No, ma'am. To my understanding, the fire that he was using is not from a divine source. It is purely arcane, and while it was severe, it had no divine element to it.
Good.
She should make a full recovery.
That eases my worry. Thank you.
Any other questions, Jime, for our cadet?
None.
Ascension?
The report seemed very straightforward. I have none.
Very well. You said you had none?
None.
Correct.
I can think of.
Alright. In that case, is she well enough for us to see her? And speak with
I
her?
believe so, yes, ma'am. She seems to have recovered well enough to a point where she can be seen. However, I would advise not overwhelming her with too many people.
Very well. I'll ask the questions from outside, and if you would wait out of eyesight, I suppose. Thank you, Cadet. But within the earshot, of course.
So I may suggest that Professor Wicks accompany you.
Well, of course, you can stay in earshot, just not an eyeshot.
I believe he meant within.
You may.
Oh, that's right. You have one.
Oh no. Ah, there. It is how it is.
Representative of Ascension and a representative of GMA, if that could be the case.
Of course.
It's 3 alone.
Cadet, may we enter?
One of you go get one of them.
I don't give a Preferably try not to crowd too much.
Of course.
And it's the plan.
Cadet, would you be able to answer some questions? Very well. If you could recount the... If you could recount your... Or rather, give a recounting of the fight, particularly the last parts, what you can remember of it. As much as you can, but of course, take your time. I know you're recovering.
He kept shooting, telling me to yield, and I didn't want to. Prior to the fight, he said no hard feelings, that this was for training, which I guess I agreed on. Hunter versus vampire, after all. And I kept standing. Maybe he saw it as a threat or something, I don't know. It's a bit blurry. I just remember falling and feeling a lot of blood coming out. and start telling him to stop, and that's it.
Well, did you at any time, feel as if this attack was, or rather, these attacks were meant for lethal blows? That you can recall?
I don't know. Liza gave me a plate to wear. Apparently he mentioned something about staking me. I don't know if that was just talk, but beyond that, I don't know.
Understandable. Professor, did you have any questions? Please.
No. I would rather the cadet rest and recover.
Very well.
People usually remember more after they've been rested. If anything, I will ask any questions at a later time if she does remember anything. I would prefer healing.
Thank you.
Of course. Apologies to bother your healing. Please rest.
Thank you, Cadet Leander.
Right.
Rest well.
Just the administrations then?
Sure.
Thank you. Be well.
Just stop. I see.
They were asking if we have further. I believe we are making a final decision at this point.
Yes, we will speak in the administration building and then give our final verdicts and final decisions on this matter, I think. And put this matter to rest as soon as possible.
Get one important point from all that. Which I'll share in there.
Of course.
No, stay there, Cadet. We're not done.
Oh boy. See, y'all call me mistress, but one of the facts doesn't fit. What? Which one of the facts doesn't fit? I believe Professor Barron's speaking to Cadet Misty. He's a protege of hers. Or rather, a protege of his. Please, go ahead and meet me in the administration's room. I'll make sure he hurries himself.
I think he's looking to send Cadet Misty elsewhere than Cadet Cortez. Native energy, all that.
Cadet Misty. Cadet Misty. Come with me. If you would. Cadet, you feed off of negative emotions, yes?
Yes.
Can you distinguish these specific emotions?
The cadet has shown the ability to discern some of my own foul moods, as we have had experiences with each other. Not always accurate, but...
What do you feel off of that one? Not Barry and Cortez.
Very angry. Very frustrated, like he's hiding his pride or something. Can't really tell what it is, but it's big. It's like a storm. Not his normal students have clouds. His is like a mist that I can follow around if I want to.
Oh, we're like making people wait. Thank you.
I'll be right with you.
Make it quick. Unfortunate. Apologies for the wait. Will be just a moment. Waylaid by a student. You know how it is. But we'll make this quick. Excuse me. Oh. I don't want the professors.
Yes, they don't need to be here for this question. It's more
Yes.
so the focus of what we are deliberating from here on henceforth.
Well, we're deliberating.
What is this judgment?
I suppose the deliberation is, once, whether he has done this willfully, and he has willfully injured a student to this extent, and two, whether he should be allowed to continue in this competition, and three, if he is allowed to continue, what we should do to prevent this in the future. Those are what we are deliberating right now. So the first, of course, and I will move here so I can be heard. Right, so the first point of the matter is whether this is believed to be lethal, intentionally lethal or not. I'm of the opinion, and I'm of the opinion that he is a He's a young man against a fierce opponent, and in doing so, sometimes our judgment gets the better of us. Personally, as I have heard from you, I don't think it was intentionally lethal. I don't think he intended to be to do that kind of harm onto that student. Are there arguments against this?
I argue. The cadet stated on his own account that he made the choice to make such a blow. He offered for her to yield in previous attempts when she was disarmed. From there, when they were in this moment of choice for his, he had the choice, one that he stated himself, where he would either receive injury that would very well lead to the loss, or he would take his own actions and with the follow-through deal severe harm. He made the choice.
I believe he also said that in not doing that action, he would have received great harm. I suppose in that respect, we have to understand that the pressure of this battle or this current matchup was. If he had not taken an action, he might be the one that was on the floor, bleeding and bloody. We might be having a different conversation.
But he wasn't. It was one of our cadets who wound up bleeding and bloody on the ground because the simple rules that we have in place to not aim for vital areas or to inflict mortal blows, regardless of the reasoning, was not adhered to. In a military scenario, mistakes can be made from split-second decisions and it can cost lives. It doesn't matter why it is, punishment is still meted out.
Of course.
We have a professor here who have suffered through that very same ordeal.
And we must also remember that these are cadets, not full-fledged soldiers.
Indeed. And if they are not ready to find themselves in a training scenario against other cadets in their 3rd+ year, then there's something wrong.
There's also the assumption on his part that the other opponent was going to strike a vital when it is against the rules. He assumed that the blow he would be receiving would be across his chest and perhaps vital as well. But he just, in other words, he had just assumed that they weren't going to go for a shoulder or something less vital. So he went for something more vital. He could have aimed down, he could have aimed in many other directions, and done the same amount of disability.
Cadet Cortez's injuries were minor lacerations and bruising.
And almost a broken wrist.
What he had was the crushing of his wrist, which is not a vital location.
But I understand. We have also had other cadets who have been dropped to complete hypothermia. Most of our cadets are human. They understand the limits, but they also understand fear. Fear makes people work in very questionable ways.
I'm quite aware of the effects of fear.
As am I.
And fear is something that hunters learn to deal with very early on in their training, because they are specialized to deal with things that cause fear. And if Cadet Cortez was unable to deal with this most basic emotion that all civilizations or peoples have, then perhaps he should not be competing.
Or we should not pit him against those that he is trained to.
Something I did catch from both of them when they were both speaking is they both, in their own words, admitted to continuing out of pride. Both saw the situation escalating continually. Both refused to yield. And they saw fit to deal with it in their own way.
And unfortunately, your cadet was the one to feel the might of Achilles' heel, essentially. Which is unfortunate. And I hope she recovers well.
Alright. As I said, I don't think this was a intentionally lethal attack. And I will keep that ruling for now. Until other evidence comes to light otherwise. In the meantime, we must question as to what we shall be doing in the future with his fights. He has one more fight with another one of their kin. Now this one is older. This one is more experienced. However, we must, of course, bring into question whether it is ethical to let them both fight, given the circumstances and given...
Also the sire of the other, so emotions might get tangled on the other side, threatening the boy even longer and make him have to make even more drastic measures.
I can answer that quick. It's a horrible idea.
Victor.
Mm.
See what his current state is.
I don't think it's worth the risk.
If so, you do not wish to change the brackets, I suggest he get another sword. No divots, straight edge.
That was one of my suggestions as well.
One-bladed. Sided.
Easily make a mold and remove the divots.
We are going to speak
You
to...
use firearms, correct?
We do.
I believe we have in our arsenal the proper way to have rubber bullets. Supply
I was
Cortez
under
with
the
that.
impression it was magical in nature, his projectiles.
Give him a different firearm. And if not, he will not fight with the firearm. He will only use his sword.
Would we have him fight a different opponent this way, or would it still be Victor, though? Because then we were removing a lot of, well, what he is trained with, as you said, but...
the possibility of your cadet encountering a similar situation of bleed out. And instead, it is just a normal sword. No silver, iron, or steel. And rubber billets. Bruising, sure, nasty. No piercing, no burns, unless it's directly from the muzzle.
We are going to have to assess Cadet Victor. As we said, he is the sire of one, so the emotions might be tangled. I don't think he'd try something as stupid as to kill him, but he already got his wrist crushed.
Being taught.
Hello, Cadet.
Cadet Nerali. Yes.
Cadet Valve is requesting one of you to escort him to the alchemy lab for his canister.
Tell him he can wait for the moment. We're about to finish.
Cadet Arashi has made a similar request of me. If you can find her and pair them, I will escort both.
Yes, sir, can do.
Thank you.
Right. You were saying lessons.
I was saying that Cadet Victor might take this opportunity to provide a lesson to Cadet Cortez. His mental state now may be completely different as to when the match starts, so evaluating him now would be rather pointless.
Hence why I say it's not worth the risk.
Cortez did mention, however, that he made that decision because he had to. So if Victor puts him into another position where he has to do something, is that what we should worry about the most?
I don't believe swapping out weapons is the issue. It's how the weapons were used. The lethality of the weapons is not my concern.
Yeah, the gun, I think, is
lethality of the
fine.
one wielding them is my concern.
All right.
Cadet has
I will.
had 2 matches where he has proven himself as quite capable. Is a third truly necessary?
That's a good point as well. But this is to determine previous or future battles as well, correct?
These are the preliminaries. We still have the rest of the tournament to participate in.
Very well. All right. Here's my ruling for now. The night is long. We are tired. So, for now, he is on probation, let's say, until we make a better assessment of the situation. He's not in trouble, although you will dealt the punishment as you will. But for now, he's not to be involved in any sparring, if that is all right with you.
His training will be supervised, and his partners will be picked from the GMA side, and he will have no sparring or interactions, and hopefully no more comments with Ascension students.
Of course.
Does that sound amicable?
Of course. And once we go closer to things, we will assess whether Cadet Victor and him are the appropriate pairing. For now, let's attend to our students. They've been running rampant around this campus without us.
And regarding morale, should we announce a winner or anything like that, or just ignore it for now?
This fight is currently just disqualified for now. We will, yes. Better, under debate.
That is at least something I can answer.
Just, never mind. Disqualified, yes. Regardless, nothing is points. No awarded. No awards for this. Go.
I'll be down to forge if I am needed.
I still need to make that report. It's just...
I know.
I'll try to find you later in the evening, if you're available.
I don't think I will be. But if you wish to speak now, or you want to go see your students, you may. Either way, I have work to do. So.
I will try to keep this as brief as possible then. I've received 2 separate letters from the captain of the guard in Kari. One of which is his concern, which I spoke of previously, about his men's morale. And the risk of some desertion. He is seeking for answers.
You gonna do Uncle Me Too?
The second is about a more recent event. Supposedly, they're continuing to investigate the Dryad's home. And they believe they found some sort of ritual circle, wherein the guardsman states that some of the civilians attempted to imbue their own mana into it, searching for a possible reaction.
And what was the reaction?
None that they could identify immediately.
Well, it is Fae. Perhaps it needs Fae magic.
I would like to suggest that in the event of the reprieve from the matches, that perhaps a research team be sent.
We will see. This reprieve is meant to be a reprieve, so I think sending a student party out there would be rather counterintuitive at this point. All right.
If the opportunity ever does arise, I would like to suggest Crystal Thorn. Between their skills as diplomats, they may be able to help isolate some of the issues politically happening within the Guard and help with morale.
And Cadet Morgan.
Is also Plantkin. Precisely.
All right. I'll consider it. Mind our students. Make sure that they don't try to kill him.
Making sure of it. Must see to my charges.
That enough.
Perfect.
Yep.
The paperwork is going to be hell. Tutti frutti, oh Rudy. A tutti frutti, oh Rudy. Tutti frutti, oh Rudy.
Gotta love drama. Alright.
E.
Now I gotta go deal with all the damage because I couldn't watch Misty.
Yeah. I gotta ring the dinner bell. I'm gonna do that anyway, yeah.
Maybe 2 minutes.
That's
Oh,
true.
that's
it did
okay.
get very dark very quickly.
Hey.
It's okay.
I think you're just facing a direction that you can't see it.
Stop.
Hi.
I gotta go check on my
Hello.
squad.
Okay.
How is she?
She's on as far as I know.
Good. I'll keep an eye on her. I'll probably see over the night, just make sure she's okay. Well, actually, no, Arbor will, because she's probably safer doing that. You know. But I'll take a look at her in the morning. I might have some things that can help her.
Do you mind if I as well?
Yeah, sure. Like, you want to stay the night, or do you want to go in the morning, check on her?
Pop in at night.
Yeah, just... I'll let, Arbor know you're coming.
She might be back later, before our barrier, so... I might be able to speak to her, but she's currently resting.
Mm.
Ask the professor if I see too.
She said she might be back though.
Mm.
Let me go do that, actually.
Well, you have at least 2 prefects here to confirm you're getting permission, so if
If-
anyone tries to stop you.
What?
You want, I can go and... I'm gonna go and see Leander.
Somebody just fucking shat themselves.
That was you.
Anyway, I'm only gonna grab a bite.
How are you doing?
I'm alright. I was
Livid?
heated. Livid, yeah. But I realized that I can just take it out on the field.
Sorry, I'm going.
I mean, I guess. Just don't...
Wait.
Um,
Girl's gotta. Ooh.
just don't kill him. I know whatever he didn't just try to kill her, okay?
I don't want to kill him. That's the last thing I want to do.
Okay, don't make him, like, suffer to death either. I know you a little bit too well, Victor. And admittedly, that's kind of what I would want to do, so...
I will think about not making him suffer.
Mm.
As much.
Hmm. As if he seemed allowed to fight. Arbor? Landa? Oh, it looks like she's resting. I feel like they're both probably resting. You should probably leave them to do so. Come on. You eaten yet?
No. I'll get something before bed.
Oh, how did that stew turn out, by the way?
It was edible.
Mm. Okay, am I at least getting better?
It's better than your first batch. That was borderline poison.
Mm-hmm.
Which, coming from you, is not surprising. You could probably poison a human with that biscuit ingredient you used. Was it biscuits?
It was blood pudding. Anyway, like a different kind of pudding because it's like in a bread bowl. It was weird. Okay. Anyway.
No, your first batch that you
No,
made.
yeah, I mean, there was blood in the muffin, yes, and like a pudding, kind of bread pudding thing, yes. I remember I made pineapple for chips and, yeah, blood for you. Mm. Oh well, guess I'll have to try next time.
But yes, you are getting better.
Good. It's just that. Little improvements are nice. Do you know where he went, by the way?
Thank you for...
Hmm?
Thank you for supplying bag every night.
You're fine. I'm glad I could help. I'm kind of trying to get more creative, though, which is probably for the worse, but you'll just have to suffer through it. I'll try to keep it to, like, every other day. So you can actually get some nutrition. Without having to hack down whatever else I throw in it.
Delicious ash.
Delicious ash. That sounds like an insult. Anyway. I'm glad you're not heated. Well, as heated. Mm-hmm.
I'm in control.
I'm glad she's okay. And she will be okay. She just needs some rest. She's strong. She's, you know, lived through a lot. You know what I mean?
That's one thing. Can't even speak tonight. That she's good at.
Living despite it all. I guess, yeah, surviving is probably the better word. I mean, she has you as a sire, so... Good genes, I guess.
One can hope.
Could she ever sire somebody? I know after a while the blood gets kind of weird, right? You don't have to tell me
She
if you
can,
don't.
yes.
Okay.
She will need to reach an age, though.
Yeah, let's not hope it's anytime soon. I don't need more baby Leandas running around.
Yeah.
I can only deal with one so far.
Same.
Right. I think I'm just... Oh. I gotta talk to him. I'll talk to you later. Well, maybe not tonight, but I'll see you tomorrow. Cortez.
Zoom.
Cortez. Can I talk to you?
Sure. I'll catch up with neither of you right now.
Well, unfortunately, that can't happen.
Alright, fine. Maggie, you can come.
Trying to find Misty. Oh boy.
This isn't exactly the most private place. If you want, we can go to the dungeons.
Yes, considering it leads to the administration.
Misty, if you guys have seen her.
I think she was at
No, but
the...
you're following me around
Can't
for a
leave
bit.
Mr. Cortez in a private
That's why
setting.
now that I found
Unfortunately,
you, I
we've
might
been
find
dubbed to
her.
follow him.
I don't mind if
one
you
of
guys are there. I don't mind if you guys are there. If that's what has to happen. I just don't want to... Everywhere.
I don't really care at this point, Anna. Do you want?
You okay?
I did what I needed to.
How's your wrist?
If it wasn't for the bracelet, it would have been crushed completely. But it's sore. other than that, I should be okay in a day or two.
Yeah, I'm told you're a great healer. You have a great healer. But are you...
I was...
okay?
Yes, I'll be fine. I can write my reports and send it home. The wind took my blades, but...
If you need anything, just talk to me, okay? I'm here. We might as well make the best of that. If you want.
I know. I'll see you later then.
Dummy.
After I get some food.
I'm glad you're okay. Take care of yourself, okay? And watch out for this one. He'll just try to sneak out. You know how many times? You know how many times he has snuck out of his house to go to the tavern with me and my brothers?
They told us to keep track of him, but I also told Maggie immediately that's not going to happen. Whoop, that's
that
not...
the
I'll take care of it. Yeah, yep, I'll take care of that. Thank you, bye. Oh, fucking no. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, well, there we go. Someone's there. Oof. Bro, I gotta go to bed. I'm gonna leave someone in charge and then I'm gonna go sleep. Is that a... whose hair was that? Actually, that's only one. Hey.
Yes, I can now.
Oh, sorry.
Oh. What's going on? I thought you had fallen asleep.
Everyone's here.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Who?
Needed.
Oh, one of Aubrey's clones pulled it.
Sorry.
It's fine. She just was hungry.
Regular
Oh, we do have blood bags stored in the over there. Easy enough to grab. No, you're gonna have to over here. Over here. Over here.
Without messing it up, so I figured I'd ring the bell.
Okay, yeah, sure. Go ahead, Layla.
Not one of
You got
ours,
this.
right? Don't require
No,
any
you're fine.
assistance.
Thank you so much.
Making sure.
In that case, let's let the rest of us clear out then, if it's just that. Arbor, can you watch over her for the night? Unless, if not...
She wanted regular food.
Oh.
I'll take
Okay,
that.
we can get both.
Yeah. Okay. Arbor, can you watch over her tonight? And we'll deal with the other
Yes,
stuff
I can stay
eventually.
overnight. When I'm done with my patrols for the evening, I'll stop back here.
Okay. Meantime, Rise, could you kind of keep her company a little bit? Unless you're, have to go to sleep and stuff, in which case, do what you gotta do.
There's one obligation I have for nature, but other than that, I can be around.
Okay.
Or not so much obligation, but to set up something.
Okay.
I did need to talk to Albrecht, but...
I think it's over here, actually.
And you had wanted to do your,
We'll do that later. I do not have time tonight. I lost track of a lot of time, surprisingly.
medical issues and all that, so
Unsurprising.
I
It
completely
happens.
understand.
If you need anything, Landa, let us
but
know,
yeah.
okay? If you feel any weirdness, I might... The wounds, they were silver used, right? I imagine those aren't
Yes,
healing
they are
as quickly.
healing, but slowly.
Are they
Yes.
all internal?
Not nearly
Well,
as fast
like-
as they normally should.
I might have...
The internal...
I might have something... I tried it on a werewolf and it worked sort of well.
The only thing I can
will...
remember seeing you eat is this, but I brought you this as well. Do you have any other specifications that you prefer?
I'll
It's okay.
give her some ointment to try on her. It might help clean her out a little bit better. It reacts to the silver, and there's a whole other process to it, but that might help her heal a little bit quicker.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
You're the boss.
Yep.
Sorry for
I'll bring that in later tonight when I come and check. Victor might come as well to just check on her. He's nervous, and it's better if he just pops in every once in a while.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
All right. Other than that, I'm gonna leave this to you, and I'm gonna head to bed, and I'll be back in the morning, first thing.
Sure thing.
Yeah. Good night. Thank you all for everything. I'll talk to you tomorrow, okay, Leanda? Good night, all. I'll see you. Hey.
Hi, Emo. I'm gonna do a DM scene with Izanami and Bruns, and then, Albric, and then I should be good to do Misty's thing, if that's still on the...
Wait, what? Hi.
Misty's training has been cancelled. I will explain to both of you immediately. I'm currently roleplay.
Okay. I didn't even realize he was in here. Pop down real quick, Hal. Hi. We're gonna have to talk. Stuff happened. I blame them. But yeah, anyway, yeah, the potion thing isn't gonna happen tonight for Hannah, so don't worry about that. I'm just gonna go to bed. So, if you can get the lights, I'll just see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow, darling. Have fun. Consequences. Bye.
Consequences.
All right, darlings. We are going to bed. We are going the fuck to bed. How is Hannah's connection to Cortez? What do they know? How do they know each other? She didn't poison a biscuit, not on purpose. She didn't poison it on purpose. She's just a really bad cook. Yeah, so she's just a really shitty cook, and that's why her poison was, or that's why he's like, and when she cooks, she tends to cook for, the vampires, funnily enough, so that's why she's kind of that. What is Hannah's connection to Cortez? They are old friends, like, their families are really old friends, like, she's known him since she was a kid. They've known each other since they were children, so, yeah. That's a thing. Oh boy. Hold on. Let me get my... Oh, sweet Jesus. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna give you all a howl. Nice. I'm glad to have tumbled. I'm glad you did too, sweetie. I'm glad you hung out. It was fun. It was fun. I love you. Okay. Just pretend you're making potions. That will make you better at cooking now. I mean... Sort of. It's kind of, yeah, well, yeah, she is using the vampires because they can't die. That's one of the reasons. Also, they have a horrible sense of taste, which is funny to her. But also, she just generally, like, she feels comfortable around them, weirdly enough. But yeah, so the reason she is so close to, one of the reasons she is so close to Cortez is, of course, they're family friends. But also, like, they know each other's worlds. That's why she hugged him. Because, and that would look really badly in front of, like, other students, obviously. That's gonna look horribly in front of other students, but for her, she knows what he is getting right now, what he is dealing with right now. And she knows that, like, no matter what he says right now, he's gonna be seen as a villain. So she's like, I'm gonna do that. How's that hunting rep holding up? Yeah, no, and exactly. Because she knows that, because, like, Hunter's rep holding up. Well, yeah, and so, like, Hannah knows, because she had to go through it too, right? And she has to constantly kind of fight and be like, I'm not just a killer. I do what I do, but I'm not just a killer. And I like, this is what we are. And she kind of denies that part of herself, but also she can't deny that part of herself because that's just what she was raised for. So it's a big thing. So she knows, like, what he is going through, and she knows like exactly like that stigma against them, that doesn't matter what they say or what they do, he's just gonna have that mark on him. So she's like, I'm gonna just give him a hug, tell him, you know, he was a dummy, and then just try to make him a little happy for a little bit, depending on what stuff, because they are old friends, and you know, even when your friends fuck up, you're like, look, you fucked up, you done dumb, but I'm still here for you, kind of thing. So anyway, I'm gonna send y'all to Howl. Go hang out with the dweeb. Also, I swear to God, and I'm gonna let y'all know right now, if this is all role play, if you motherfuckers go and harass that poor boy, like fucking Rock or something, I'm coming for your ass. I'm not kidding. I'm not gonna tolerate that shit. Just in general, okay? I know we play games and we're just chilling here, but I'm gonna let you know. Don't do that shit. Don't pull that shit with me, okay? No crazy. I'm serious, sweetie. Okay? Okay. I know. Go have fun. I'll go hang out with Hal. I'll see you guys. Bye. Mwah.